in
State of orange. Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Bone Camp, live from the ESPN campus on this Mike Foss time. This program starts now. Football! We are live from Mike Foss's time, as Foss is having a town hall. And what you just witnessed there is Bone on a jib camera here at ESPN, the worldwide leader. We're very grateful that he has been given the opportunity to do as such, and we'll see how he pulls this off. He put his best... All right. Hands on the wheel.
Yeah, correct.
Hey, please, let's keep the hands on the wheel here. We are thinking about adding a. Go ahead, Bone. Go ahead and work that thing a little bit. We're thinking about adding a jib to the Thunderdome. And if we were to do it such, we would have to have somebody operate it every single day. And this man that is currently operating this 15-foot jib, I do believe, maybe 20-foot jib, is a man who should not be doing as such. But if he is able to accomplish it here today, we potentially add one in the Thunderdome. He picks up another job, which is obviously alarming and scary to all of us, but could potentially make the program a little bit better.
Definitely.
And that's what we're hoping for out of Bone today. So he's a national champion football player, obviously. He's a graphic designer. He has things hanging off the side of his head that very rarely work, but inside of those two ears, he's got an artistic brain. Hey, good luck out there, Le Bone.
Hey, go get him, Bone.
Go get him, Bone. Please stay locked in. He wanted to give another thumbs up right there. I know it. It's not just me up here in beautiful Bristol, Connecticut for, Mike Foss's time.
Yep,
This is kind of his town all of a sudden. It's got a town hall. We're very excited to be up here for him. We're excited to hear, his vision on what he's thinking about, what content can be, what ESPN can be, especially in such an important time in which we are existing. The NFL training camps are starting to cook. There he is right there, by the way.
Wow.
There he is.
What a headshot.
That baby, Mike.
Looking good.
Let's go, Fosso.
Hey, Fossil.
I like the way this guy operates. Former soccer player, was in the MLS for a cup of coffee is how he would describe it, not acting like he is a incredible soccer player, but certainly very, very good at it. I believe he has like a grade 45 in coaching of soccer. Is obviously, I think his dad was in the production world here at ESPN for a very long time. He created forthewin.com.
Okay.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He created it, ended up selling it to ESPN, has been working here in the digital front. He is 37 years old. I believe he's the youngest executive vice president maybe in the history of ESPN, and we're proud of him. Hey, Fosso.
Hey,
we're proud of you, buddy.
Hey, Fossil.
Now, with that being said, it's your first time for a first impression for a lot of people.
That's right.
Got a lot of people listening to old Fosso. We'll see how he delivers. We expect him to do great, and we're lucky and honored that we're at the same time he is. We appreciate the hell out of him. He has obviously made a lot of great things happen, but nobody has made anything better happen than sports have as a whole. And NFL training camps taking place right now are providing so much drama, trade requests, holdouts, tweaks here, tweaks there. Is this person hurt or looking for a new contract? Or are they pissed at the team? How about superstars coming out and making big plays? How about a team really have no quarterback? Yeah. What's going on in Atlanta? Is everybody okay? We have no idea. Schefter will be joining us in about 7 minutes. His Twitter over the last 24 hours here has just become update after update on updates of things that have happened in the offseason that have obviously shown up for the first time here at training camp, as everybody has reported. And everybody's trying to get a Lombardi. But who's potentially going off the rails before it even starts?
Seriously.
There's a chance it could be you. Pittsburgh Steelers fan, at Tone Diggs. Next to at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler looks super cool.
Yes, sir.
Got a Magic 8-ball in front of you and a UConn Husky helmet. I'm excited to see you kind of do that Rubik's Cube as well.
Sure.
I saw a meme. I don't think your microphone's working again. I saw a meme where if you just do the right side, the one, back towards you, and then the top two, you do a doubler spin, and then you go back to the top. 1, 2, 1, 2.
This one's
Yeah, so
it's the gimmick one. All right.
Yeah, but I've seen a kid do that while juggling it in less than a minute or something like that. So I would expect that entire table over there to get that done one time. Boys, it is a great time for sport. Tone. Everybody is back at camp. Odds are shifting. Odds are moving on who's going to win what. Whenever you think about college football also coming back, as we have Big Ten Media Days, as we are live from Bone Cam right now here on ESPN's campus. Tone, whenever you look at the Big Ten Media Days, we'll have Dan Lanning joining us here in the second hour. There's a lot of odds at the top of that Big Ten. And for the past 3 years, this Big Ten Media Days has provided us the national champs. It's been 3 different schools. The SEC, is kind of taking it on the shins. Bielema up there in Illinois is like, the SEC has got sweet accents. They got sweet culture. Obviously, we love everything about it. But this ain't 2003 no more. Okay, this is a whole new era. The Big Ten has a lot of puffing of their chest happening right now, as they should. Sports books are saying the same damn thing, maybe a little bit deeper this year than they maybe were in past, and I think that's only going to continue.
Yeah, when you go for the trifecta, the back-to-back-to-back with Michigan, Ohio State, and then last year with Indiana, you can do that. You can puff your chest a bit. Now, we're talking, things aren't as loud as it was last week with the SEC Media Days. There's not as many personalities you have at coach, but, I mean, the teams at the top, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, all have a chance to win a national championship. championship this year. It's crazy that they've gone back to back to back. Bielema, who was in the SEC, is making the news because I think he gets media day, and I think he's got that personality. But I would not be shocked if we get a fourth in a row Big Ten champion this year in college football. Obviously, and the odds say that too, because Ohio State's at the top, Oregon's at the top, IU, and then Notre Dame as well.
Pete Thamel said that he thinks Indiana's running it back. He's not really a pundit normally. I think I saw that he likes what Indiana has done. Obviously, they bring in a new quarterback. Is the quarterback going to be able to transition as quickly out of TCU to Indiana? Kurt Cignetti has also started drafting. Kind of. Recruiting out of high school, okay, which is kind of the draft, and then there's a free agency happening every single year unless they're able to get the college football thing done. He's drafting 5 stars now. Yeah. You know, he's got 5 stars committing to Indiana. It's crazy how much can change in 1 year, but also college football. There's a lot of question marks going on.
Always.
Have you seen the new deals that have been taking place?
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of money going on these patches. Notre Dame signed a $20 million sponsorship annual deal with SoFi to be a patch on not only the football jerseys, but also all of the other sports, I do believe. Ohio State signed like a $17 million a year deal with $15 million going for the football team's patch, $2 million to the other sports. So I think that kind of gives a little bit of a openness on how money kind of is working for the NIL, which I think is also a part of the entire conversation on how much goes to football, how much goes to the other sports. Because I think if you listen to a lot of people that are trying to get those stuff, we want to save the other sports too. More sports better, we think. Granted, there is a business behind everything and you have to be able to survive and somebody has to fund it all. But I think with these patches and these sponsorships, more money's getting in there in a big way. SoFi, $20 million a year to Notre Dame athletics. Not that they need it, but that is an unbelievable precedent-setting type, trailblazing type deal that could take place. And then you saw the Big 12, they gave up
everything.
The whole conference got 20. The whole conference.
And I think
but I think at the time that was like the first deal. It's like, hey, this is a good idea.
They war dogs that thing.
Yeah, and they certainly did, especially with. That's West Virginia's in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
They're treating the Big 12 like it's the rest of the sports at Ohio State. Okay, like $15 million's going to Ohio State football, $2 million to the other sport. I don't know what Notre Dame is. This is what's happening to the Big 12. We're like literally on the other side.
Unfortunately.
What's that?
Yeah.
We need more patches. NASCAR, these uniforms.
Well, and I think they did say that they can sell their own patch as well. The Monster one was just for the entire Big 12, but this underscores what, we've been talking about for a while is like everything runs through the North. I mean, Notre Dame, Ohio State, these other programs, like what is, I don't know if Michigan's done one yet, but when they do, that'll be crazy. Penn State, like we really haven't heard many SEC schools making news like this in terms of like sponsorships on the jersey. Like it just, and that's again why you can kind of maybe point to the Big Ten and say, hey, this is where everybody wants to be. This is where everybody wants to put their money at. And at the end of the year, usually the Big Ten is, their return on that investment.
So I know this is the landscape we in, and I get it, and money talks. Those numbers, $20 million a year, $17 million a year. But I hate it, man. I hate seeing a patch on. I'm not even a Fighting Irish fan. But seeing that, it's like sacrilege or something. It's like the Yankees jersey or USC or Penn State. Like, those are like iconic old school jerseys. Now we're seeing patch like SoFi, Chase, great companies. And once again, money talks. And this is the landscape of college sports. But I don't know, man.
It is weird.
I don't know.
But there's going to be people that are upset about it.
Oh, definitely.
And then, Pete Bavacqua or whoever's going to come out and say, with the SoFi deal, we were able to blah, 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 blah. And everybody's going to be like, oh, God bless. God bless, actually. I guess we can do it. Everybody's going to do it. I mean, that's just modern day. But you're right. It is kind of sacrilegious to a lot of people. But I think West Virginia should understand that what Big 12 did for them, not necessarily what we have to do here. Let's patch that thing up.
Exactly.
Maybe like a Bass Pro Shop?
That wouldn't be – I mean, if we can get some big money, as long as the old gold and blue, we keep that thing in resort. There's got to be a creative way to put some.
Yeah. I mean, it's gold and blue for now until some company wants to come in and just change.
No, for the right price.
Listen, we are certainly open for business, I think, but we understand that the state would like West Virginia to remain West Virginia. But if we can tweak it a little, I'm speaking out of pocket because I don't make these decisions, but I think I could probably sway them a little bit if we can get enough money. If we can tweak a little bit, if Notre Dame's willing to tweak a little bit, if we could tweak a little bit and maybe get ourselves a couple offensive linemen.
Yeah. I heard
Four-star D tackle.
I heard Ohio State's putting chase symbols on their helmet instead of Buckeyes this year.
Okay, don't say that because the Ohio people.
That's a good idea.
They will actually. That is something
That would
which I
piss
guess
them
the
off.
Notre Dame
That'd piss
jersey
them off real
would kind of
good.
be a similar type effect. Okay, college football obviously changing, ever changing. The NFL always cooking. I mean, especially now with training camp reporting. There's a lot of people having talk for the first time. There's a lot of medicals we're learning about for the first time, and there's also stories being corrected publicly in a huge way. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is senior NFL insider, Michigan man, Adam Schefter.
Baby Shefty.
Shefty, how you doing, pal?
What's going on?
Hey, I do appreciate that we're back in the time of year, and not that it ever stops, but we've seen you maybe relax a little bit. I feel like this is one of those 19, 20-hour days that you've been in. Your Twitter's been very active. There's been a lot of news coming from a lot of different places, and we're going to try to tag it all today. But we want to let you know, we understand the stress and anxiety you're going through at all moments in these types of days, and we appreciate the amount of pressure you put on yourself. We do. To have a tweet out 2-3 seconds before everybody else. And that is why I love the fact that you come and share your brain and your knowledge with us. Okay. The Kyle Shanahan story continues to kind of infiltrate and evolve and change. Yesterday, it was reported that he called other reporters in to correct a story that had been told by the state, I believe, that he was swerved into, where he said, no, that was not the case at all. I dropped my phone. I went down to pick it up. I actually swerved into a 21-year-old girl who was driving on the other side. And first of all, obviously very noble of him to come out and do that publicly. But I think this also adds to the fact that we didn't hear about this for a long time. Can we, and then now the original story we hear from state is like not even an accurate assessment. So is there ever been anything like this before in the NFL? And do you think the scrutiny of how it's all been talked about is warranted? And is he okay? And is she okay? Like, what do we think the end result of it all is? So it's kind of an empty canvas there, but I would like you to address how we learned about this quickly, and then there was a very legit story released, and then, nope, that's actually completely opposite, Kyle Shanahan saying, and then we're learning of all this other stuff. Like, has this ever happened before in any of these types of stories? And why
every story is different. And when we posted our story on Saturday, we had spoken to the police and quoted the police, and the police said that there were no alcohol or drugs involved, which there weren't. And they said that they did not cite anybody at the time of the crash in the police report. And they said that there would not be further updates. So the police are the ones that control that information initially. And that was as far as they went, which we had in our initial account. Now, at the same time, there were reporters that went into the records and found out that I guess there was some citation with Kyle had a phone in his hand, and it came out that the other driver was at fault. And I think, frankly, that when Kyle saw that, he wanted to set the record straight and be accountable, that it was not the fault of the other driver, that he briefly dropped his phone, which he told to the reporters yesterday. He briefly lost sight of the road, and that was enough to cause the collision that he blamed on himself. Now, again, that's the actual version of the events from him that he told the reporters yesterday. It evolved, and he did not want it to come out that the other driver was at fault.
It's awesome.
So that
we respect and appreciate that. It's been a crazy whirlwind that one of the most famous NFL head coaches out of nowhere had a crash a couple weeks back. He's very lucky to be alive. Oh, and also somebody hit him. No, actually, it's been chaos to begin their training camp. We're happy person that got hit's okay. Also, Kyle, happy he's okay, man. He said he was trapped down there by the wheel whenever that whole conversation happened. So you could see how arm might have hit, shoulder might have hit wheel, trapped down there. It's like, this is a nice reminder to all of us. Hey, come on. And I assume Kyle's going to be pounding that drum very loud.
Oh, yeah.
I assume he's going to become a part of that, because obviously anytime you hear this story, especially hearing his version of it, it's like, man, I guess that could happen
to anybody.
You can't have it. Like,
right.
we got to be a little, especially I'm a motorcycle rider, so that's very scary stuff. But anybody, I think this is a nice reminder that this all can end very quickly doing something that we all do every single day since the age of 16 for the rest of our life. So this is a nice perspective putter, I think, for all of us.
I think he's going to, in time, speak more and kind of get behind the idea of not being on your phone, and he wasn't on his phone. He literally dropped the phone and went down to reach for it.
Yeah.
And when he reached back up, it was instantaneous. And I think he wants to be able to use that in time to send a message about how dangerous it is to take your eye off the road for the briefest of moments.
Yeah, and they checked his phone for the time of the accident, if there was any action on his phone. He was not on his phone. That did come out, I guess, is something I believe I read. So we appreciate the fact that he wasn't on his phone, but any distraction, phone certainly being one in the modern day. Nice perspective putter and a reminder for all of us that you have no idea what can happen that quickly. Okay, now let's pivot away to some of the on-field stuff taking place. C.J. Stroud, okay, so he had a rough playoffs last year. And if he would have had a great playoffs last year, obviously different story. Maybe the Houston Texans win the entire Super Bowl with how great their defense was playing. They ran into the New England Patriots. He had 4 or 5 turnovers, I think a fumble, 4 interceptions. Everybody's talking about. He shows up yesterday and admin, more like ad win. You know, this video gets. This is up over this. Everybody has seen this video, okay, of him walking in. And the words to the admin, who's obviously out there winning with these numbers, is we should have never seen this. Why is this how he looks? Everybody's saying he looks like he's got no confidence. He lost his aura. Is he limping? Maybe it's just how he walks. Like, everybody is roasting C.J. Stroud right now on the internet. Okay, there's contract conversations obviously taking place with the Houston Texans. We believe in C.J. Stroud since the first time we seen him in the Peach Bowl, whenever they lost to Georgia after they missed a 55-yard field goal or something, literally as New Year's Eve struck. When we saw him play live in person, we said, this is a guy. He comes out as the best rookie season of all time. Houston Texans start doing well. Then he has terrible playoffs, doesn't play his best over the last couple of years. Everybody's out on him. What is the conversation in Houston around CJ? Because on the internet, they're saying this guy looks like a third-string offensive lineman showing up in his first day of high school camp.
I would have looked different.
High school, they're saying he looks like a third-string high school offensive. That's what they're saying about our guy, CJ.
I can see it. That's a tough look. And how many views is this thing up to now? Probably
200 million.
20 million views. That's a tough look for QB1.
Okay, so he is QB1. He is C.J. Stroud. We believe he has the confidence. He doesn't care what he looks like. Now, should they have posted that? Is this a let's ride situation? Potentially. But what is the conversation in Houston around C.J. in the building for the team for his future?
I had never seen that video until you just played it. And I didn't realize or would have any idea that it caused the furor and controversy. What was everybody saying that he's lost his confidence and he looks big? Is that
looks
the
like
deal?
shit.
Oralist. They're saying
the outfit stinks.
They're saying, they're saying his walk looks a little. They say there should be a horn behind. Like one of those. That's what people are saying. The internet's really good. I mean, they're just saying he doesn't look like a guy who's going to be a starting quarterback of a Super Bowl winning team. And it's like, C.J. Stroud, I think, is very comfortable in who the hell he is. But the internet doesn't want to hear that. And then obviously he has a bad playoff experience. Everybody's like, what, is this the guy? Is this what everybody thought he was going to be? Like, that literally is the outside convo. We're just trying to figure out what the inside the building, which is the only convo that really matters, is happening, you know?
So we're going to make judgments off the way he walks and looks as he goes into the training.
Yes, that's why he said
franchise quarterback.
Just like Bryce Young with that backpack.
Yeah. Bryce had a Honda Civic-sized backpack, and boy, people are not happy about that. They make the playoffs, by the way. So maybe this is an entire different story. But what is happening in the building around CJ?
The organization is absolutely behind him, and the organization would like to get him re-signed to a contract. And even though he did not walk in with the swagger and the aura that people are looking for, the Texans are behind the guy. Like, he's their quarterback moving forward, and I think they're going to try to move ahead with a contract extension this summer. And again, Nick Caserio, the Texans general manager, came out this morning and said that they've had conversations. They want to get that deal done. It doesn't sound like they've made a whole lot of progress yet, but I think it's something the Texans are going to keep trying to work at. And boy, I had no idea that walking into a training facility would cause all kinds of reactions like that.
Well, I think people are fresh out of the playoffs. They haven't really heard of him or heard from him since the playoff performance where they're burying him, which is, I think, a good thing because a couple of the off seasons in which he didn't have his best years, which a lot of injuries happened around the Houston Texans. He was traveling the world being a professional athlete, and people are like, well, let's go, let's lock in. Because remember, after his first year, this guy was going to be the greatest quarterback of all time in the NFL. I mean, he changed it. We do have an update, though. Here's him skipping in day 2, please. Down the steps.
See,
Much different.
If he had the backwards hat on in that original video, changes everything. Watching his Instagram video that he put out, if he would have had the backwards hat on in his first video, would have been fine.
Flat bill, completely fine here. Look at him skipping by.
He's clean.
What's his uniform?
Yeah, he looks
His team issued.
He looks
That guy,
Looks a little more spry.
that guy's got pep and energy right there, right?
That's what. See, this is what people would say they like it. Now, granted, the internet's been wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, in the history, but they've mostly been funny.
Yeah.
So we do have to kind of weigh both of those things. You say they're trying to work out a long-term deal. 50, 60 million a year? Like, is it going to be the new highest of all time? Is that what?
Well, we'll see where they come in, but I would think it would be right in the range of some of the other top quarterbacks. If you looked at it, there are a number of quarterbacks in the 50s. I mean, nobody's asked me my opinion there in that negotiation, but I would guess it would come in that range somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, because CJ has, hey, we won the AFC South. We've been to the playoffs. I've won games.
Yeah.
Like, for his first
Every year,
contract.
Right? 3 playoff wins already.
Yeah.
Everything that he's done, like his agent can certainly say, there's no discount here because he threw 4 picks in the playoffs. It's like, first of all, really good defenses. Terrible weather, and did play like ass in that particular game. Can't happen going forward. But when he showed up, they were talking, we pay this guy less than Gardner Minshew. That's what they were saying about him.
And the Texans have already kind of shown how they take care of their stars because Will Anderson was drafted in the same draft class. He already got taken care of. Derek Stingley Jr., I think he got taken care of after his 3rd year at the top of the market. So, like Shefty said, I expect this deal to come in around that top of the market.
Okay, there's other stories obviously happening around the NFL as training camp's happening. What's going on down there in hot Atlanta, Ty Schmidt?
Yeah, Shefty, do we have any more info about what the hell is going on with Atlanta's quarterbacks? Tua apparently had a back injury that maybe he suffered not too long ago and it flared up again. Penix said he might be out for 4 weeks or who knows. They have an undrafted free agent who's taking first-team reps now. What do we know about what's going on with the Atlanta quarterback situation?
I think it's the curse of Kevin Stefanski that wherever he goes, there's a lot of different quarterbacks, right? It never seems to fail. But look, it comes off a certain way on the first day of on-the-field work, but I don't think it's as bad as it looks right now. We've got a situation here where Tua basically woke up last week and had some discomfort in a muscle area, lower back, glute area, something to that effect. Not considered serious.
Sure.
Stefanski said he's going to be back sooner rather than later, and they said he'll be back by next week. It may be even sooner. That could be. So Tua will miss a few days in all probability. Hopefully the muscle area calms down. Penix is coming back from the knee injury. He said today he's about 4 weeks away, roughly, from being cleared. And we'll see if he can get back out there any sooner. But again, 4 weeks would be a realistic timetable. They released Trevor Siemian. They signed Cooper Rush to have another arm in training camp. But I think what's interesting to me about this is Penix will miss 4 more weeks. So to me, that becomes more challenging now for him to come back, pick up the new offense. He's going through the drills, get through everything. Can he stave off Tua?
No.
He's running a race trying to catch him from behind.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan obviously standing right behind him there. The 2 clips are from minicamp, so we don't want to confuse anybody that these clips aren't from training camp, obviously in the first couple of days. But the Atlanta Falcons obviously going through a little turnover, a little change. Matt Ryan back in the building and boots on the ground. Yeah. Excited to see what type of team they become. Now, let's go to a city that's on a lake. Let's go to a city that hasn't had a ton of success. They had a quarterback win a playoff game, and then they kicked them out of town. Now they're trying to find that type of success yet again. Let's go to Cleveland, who just handed out a massive bag. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, Denzel Ward, the team hasn't been great, but he's been pretty great since going, I think, 4th overall to the Browns. And they just rewarded him with the 2-year, $62.2 million deal to make him the highest paid corner in NFL history. How did this come together? And any updates on Devin Witherspoon out in Seattle and Christian Gonzalez in New England?
And Joey Porter in Pittsburgh is another
Shout
one
out.
who has.
Okay.
There we go. I mean, we got some contractitis that is going across the league right now that are plaguing guys. It's very contagious, and you don't want contractitis. It's real, and it's going on in Pittsburgh. There's a case of it in Detroit with Jahmyr Gibbs. There's a case of it in Atlanta with Bijan Robinson. And so, look, we've seen some cornerback deals get done. We're going to see more cornerback deals get done. Denzel Ward comes in now, I would imagine, that Devin Witherspoon would be the next one to go. I don't think right now they're close, but that's a deal that could come together pretty quickly, and I would think get done at some point this summer. Gonzalez, I think, would go after Witherspoon at this point in time, but we've got deals for cornerbacks, and Joey Porter's going to come in somewhere there as well while he's not practicing. His back flared up.
Yeah, I heard Vita had a little flare as well. I heard.
Yes.
I heard he had a little bit of a tweak. You know,
He tweaked something. There's a lot of tweaking going on. That's one of the primary symptoms of contractitis.
Yeah, I've heard, and also hold-initis. It's always a little bit of a tweak. Yeah, head coach Todd Bowles of the Buccaneers said, "Yeah, Villa's not practicing, but he tweaks some." And then we watch him walk around. It's like he does look like maybe he has a little neck, a little bit
stiff.
The way he's kind of standing there, maybe could be his kind of grabbing his neck right there. Look. Maybe you take your hat off because it's a little bit too heavy for you. It looks like they're jovial. You know, Danny Smith, new special teams coordinator down there in Tampa Bay.
I had a back punch too.
He is an electrifying. Oh, your neck, your back, my neck, my back. You know, he actually did that probably. I like that Vita Vea is having positive conversations. There has been hopes by people who would like to see Vita Vea be a one-helmet person, both around Tampa, obviously, and then around the NFL as a whole. Yep. Is there a chance that Vita Vea remains back with Tampa Bay, or do we think that this is long gone and everything he's doing here is just because he's a good guy, but his decision's already been made?
Look, they're not looking to trade him right now. At least that's what they say. But at this time last year, Dallas wasn't looking to trade Micah Parsons either. He wound up being traded later in the summer. So these things are fluid, evolving situations. I don't think Tampa wants to move off Vita Vea. Let's see how the feelings between the two sides evolve over the summer. Let's see how his tweak heals or doesn't heal over time. Let's see if they're able to bridge some of their differences on a contract. We've seen a lot of big defensive tackle deals get done this offseason. Cincinnati trades for Dexter Lawrence, reworks his contract. Jalen Carter becomes the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history. The Eagles also reward Jordan Davis. Vita Vea is seeing these numbers, and he knows he's at $18 million, and he's saying, where's my money at this point in time? And so it's a case where basically there are a lot of big numbers, and he wants to make sure that he's not playing this year on the last year of his deal at $18 million.
Understand that you also have a hard out in about a minute. We have to ask about two running backs. Last one here, Tone.
Yeah, Shefty, right now the top of the market is $20 million with Saquon and CMC. Gibbs of the Detroit Lions and Bijan Robinson of the Falcons are sitting out today while they are looking for new contracts. Do we think those are going to come anytime soon? And are they waiting on each other?
I think they absolutely play into each other. And my guess would be that Bijan goes first, but again, these things are subject to change. And I think both of them, when they sign their deals, well, Bijan will probably become the highest paid when that deal gets done. And then Gibbs will probably want to be right wherever Bijan is. And let's see how it evolves. But both running backs, who are tremendous players and very important to their teams, they know their value. And I don't know that we're going to see them on a practice field doing very much of anything until those contracts get done.
Okay, Jonathan Taylor?
That's a good one. We have not heard about him.
He said he's going to do stuff. He said he trusts the front office. He said he's going to do stuff. But also...
That's why. But
it did
work. That when those deals get done and those guys become the highest paid running backs, to think that Jonathan Taylor is just going to sit by and nothing's going to come up, I don't think that's going to be the case, and we'll see what happens.
You're the best. That's senior NFL insider Adam Schaff. Bones got like the headspace on you guys that he's showcasing a whole wall there.
Rightfully so. This place is beautiful.
Make sure you get a ton of room up here, Bones.
It is absolutely beautiful. We are in
white balance.
I don't know how much this set is. They told me a number. It was absurd, and it makes sense with how nice this is.
Yeah,
and obviously, there's just one of 1,000 up here.
Yeah.
A lot of sets.
There's not a lot of people up here, though, like on-air talent, we realize.
No.
There's not a lot of on-air talent up here.
Pulling teeth trying to get someone live in person.
No, but we did.
We did.
Yes, we did.
What we understand, potential mayor, queen of
definitely
plays up here, back-to-back Emmy Award winner, and also program feud champion.
Don't love that. Don't love that.
Asterisk, bit of an asterisk on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a flat-out win.
No, they were cheating.
No.
They had much more time to give their answer.
Much more.
Most.
Oh, that's what you guys are going with?
Oh, yeah.
You're saying that you guys didn't get enough.
We
know,
run
you tell
that
us,
back
folks.
under legit Family Feud rules.
Thank you.
They're getting next. multiple times. And we're stealing, and but hey.
You guys didn't steal. I don't think you had I think you guys missed a couple steals. Didn't you miss 2 steals? You guys almost got 3 X's on steals.
Who do we survey?
Yeah, what's
You
that?
say Leo Messi. He wasn't on the board.
Leo Messi was number 2 or number 3?
He's number 3. He should have been.
It was LeBron
Should have been
James.
higher.
No, we should have won that and had it.
Anyways, people don't know what we're talking about right now.
We should watch
Well, they
the program.
should watch a program. That's your problem.
Yeah.
Program feud. It was a pretty good little time. NFL Live took on the Thunderdogs in the Thunderdome.
We will ride again.
You guys are worried about the barking way too much and not worried about the actual game.
That might be true.
Because, their team was kind of trying to rally some thoughts beforehand. What could be?
They had time. They had time to do it.
Okay, I love it. I love the day you guys go. Okay, let's go around some more stories, shall we? Around the NFL, Jerry Jones is back on a microphone, and we said it had been a quiet offseason in Dallas. Well, Jerry said, let me turn it up a little bit. Hey, listen, on this road to L.A., we're going to have to commit it all, and I'm willing to do as such. Here's Jerry Jones speaking into a microphone. You're welcome.
I think we've got a chance to really be good. It's going to be hard. It's going to be nip and tuck. As old Switzer used to say, we're going to burn some of these wagons on the way to California for firewood. We're going to lose some folks. We're going to have some barn, but the wagon train's going to get there. So bottom line is, I love the excitement. You guys, for all practical purposes, don't expect us to be a contender in the Super Bowl. Y'all don't. Why would you? I like that.
I like that.
I do. I like that. And I like what we put together to show you that we can do it.
Listen, Oregon Trail, there might be dysentery. Okay, there might be a river that needs to be forged. Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to get through it.
Drowning.
And listen, you might have to light it on fire because it might get cold. We might lose a couple good ones out there. Hell, I might trade their asses right now. Here's Jerry Jones talking about making his team better in only the way that Jerry Jones could.
One other thing I'd say that Stephen was commenting on is, candidly, I'd be very interested. I'd give up future to add substantive to where we are today as to a player, to give you an idea about would I invest something substantive to get the right kind of deal to improve us opening day. I would. I feel that good about this team this year. And of course, that I haven't seen this team play together. And so, but in general, looking ahead, I think we've got a chance to be worthy of spending some future if we saw an opportunity.
Are those kinds of conversations that are ongoing, or is that something, hey, let's look at the first 2 weeks of camp and then address to see if you want to put something substantial?
I talked to yesterday. I talked about a situation yesterday with another team and another owner. Yesterday.
Listen, when you're boozing and you're saying, I'm going to be hungover tomorrow, and you're borrowing the happiness from tomorrow tonight, I'm willing to invest the future if we have a time right now. Now, I haven't seen these guys play, but if these guys are worth a single shit, I am willing to make plays to potentially go get it all.
Yep.
You got to remember, though, I don't know what these guys look like. I would love to know. I was trying to find a honey hole for some natural gas. He was looking for what, a $1 trillion?
Yeah, $1 trillion.
It was a $1 trillion honey hole he was
Natural
looking
gas,
for
I
within
believe.
the last year. Yeah. I'm sitting on it right beneath our feet, our boots right now. We just got to be able to get to it. I got to build a rig that can get 3 miles down.
He's found the crude oil. He's looking for the natural.
I need the honey hole, okay? I haven't seen the Cowboys do one snap. Minicamp, I've been trying to negotiate that shit out. We won't give it up. I need to get eyes on these guys. If they're worth a damn, I will make a play for that. And then everybody immediately goes, well, who was he talking to yesterday? And then you hear Dan Orlovsky on our show yesterday. Dan says, if Max Crosby finished the season with the Raiders, what? All of a sudden, yesterday...
Yeah.
As people that have to talk about sports every single day, and we talk about the NFL every single day, and we talk about every single story every single day, and they evolve and they change, certainly. I had no inclination that Max Crosby was not a Raider for life. He actually just made a song called Raider Way.
Yeah, he did.
It's like an absolute banger. And he talked about how the football gods blessed him and, the universe talked to him and like staying and being a one-helmet guy. And then yesterday there was like multiple people, not the Raiders and not Jerry Jones, But people that are like, Max Crosby may be getting traded still. It's like, what? I didn't know that was did we know those possibilities still at this point?
Did not know that. Maybe Dano could have just been yapping. He's not an insider, but he has some info, so maybe he was sprinkling something there. I didn't expect that, but then Jerry Jones coming out saying that as well. That would be the number one position, a pass rusher. I would think he would go out and trade for. Maybe even a corner. Things obviously didn't work out with Trevon Diggs, who they gave big money to. Deron Bland got his money. He's been kind of up and down, banged up. So I would think cornerback. I would think pass rusher, some of those premium positions. You went out and signed Christian Parker, who is their youngest defensive coordinator in, I believe, franchise history. So they expect a lot of juice and energy from him. Caleb Downs, who they got, who fell to him. So it's a lot of excitement for Dallas, which it always is. You got the highest paid quarterback in Dak. Weapons on the outside. I mean, the arrow is definitely up on Dallas, but you know how it always is. We got to see it to believe it.
But notice what you said, everything about the Raiders and Max is those were all Max's words. That's an organization, that's a front office that already traded him. Like they're not afraid to trade Max. They've seen the light without Max, and they've taken that already. So there's definitely a chance that they are willing to do that again if they get the right price.
That's a crazy thing to think about, just because how this has all worked out and how Max has like used it as motivation and as a positive and like doubled, tripled down on being a Raider. And then all of a sudden, just within 24 hours, I'm thinking to myself, they're going to break this guy's heart twice?
Yeah.
No way. And then Raiders fans, I guess, this is the best roster they've had, which is why we're so excited for Max Crosby to not be wanted in Baltimore, basically, is what happened. They had traded remorse, injury, didn't pass physical, okay, we would allege, all this stuff. It is what it is. We've all experienced it live in real time. And we were so pumped for Max to go back to the most talented Raiders team we've seen. And the fact that he's on the most talented team and they just got their best player back, it's like, wow, the Raiders are actually going to go on a run. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, especially with how they've already had to figure out the salary cap, how they've already had to figure everything out for the foreseeable future, allegedly, why you'd want to move on. But it sounds like people think it's possible. And I guess if you already know what it'll take to get Max, which the Baltimore Ravens kind of showed it, maybe they'll try to do it again. But I like this Raiders team. And we obviously are big fans of Fernando Mendoza. We, on the record, have been big fans of Fernando. We've seen Fernando boots on the ground throughout the playoff run. We watched him develop a Cal as well, actually boots on the ground out there. Yeah. I mean, we know old Nando. Feels like we know him pretty good.
You were out there versus Miami.
He's so big. He spins the ball so well. Seemingly a super genius as well. Tough, loves ball. Obviously, his family story with how he operates, how he is as a leader. He has beers with the boys.
Yep.
Okay? Everything about him we think screams Sunday guy. We were wondering how it was going to work with Kirk Cousins. What a perfect mentor potentially for Fernando. Or is Fernando going to get dropped in the deep end immediately and kind of let him figure it out? Oh, Coach Kubiak talked yesterday, and this is what he had to say.
Your veteran quarterback, but do you categorize that as a competition? Is it Kirk as the starter with the other guys trying to catch him? Like, I guess how do you categorize that?
For every position, there's got to be competition, right? The best player has to play, and that's not just what I'm going to see. You guys are going to see in the preseason games. We as coaches, we're going to see who the best guard is, okay, the best quarterback. Across the board, there's battles everywhere on the roster. So it's important for me to be fair to the players and put the best player out there. When we go out to practice tomorrow, Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback. He's the guy, and he's going to get a ton of reps, and he deserves it. He's played really good football. But I want Fernando and I want Aiden to push him.
Best player is going to play.
Sure. Yeah.
Kirk is our starter.
Yep.
He has played football before in the NFL for a long time. He has earned the right to be the number one guy, but he would like Fernando to push him. Yeah, actually.
That was
a little bit of a bomb. Was that a Max Crosby song? Oh, man, if they did put a Max Crosby song on a social media post about being the Raider way and then traded him the next day, that would be a disconnect between admin and a football team, which is seemingly happening across the NFL in real time right in front of our faces all over social media. But he's saying best player is going to play. Like, it's Kirk's job to lose, basically. And I think that's good for Fernando. I think it takes the pressure off him. But I don't think he said anything in there that tells me that Fernando's not going to be starting early in the season there. You heard something differently there, Todd?
Well, he didn't really say it, but if you read in between the lines, he also said the smartest guy is going to play. And if you're listening to what Dan Orlovsky said yesterday, Fernando,
no chance.
Yeah, he doesn't have a chance in that aspect. He's not going to be able to remember the complexities of this offense, the 15-word play calls. He has absolutely no shot, no shot in that respect. So I think that Kubiak is also kind of getting into that point. Hey, listen, this guy needs to be able to spit out the play calls in the huddle. I know Kirk can do that. We've seen him, mic'd up on quarterback. It sounds like Fernando was kind of just saying, hey, run right, run left. He was doing that.
That is what Orlovsky's been saying.
So I don't know.
Someone had to drive Fernando to IU practices every day because he kept getting lost. Is what Dan
the
Orlovsky-
direction?
Yeah, that's what Dano said.
I mean, just thinking about where he's gone to school. Okay, let alone the IU Business School, which is a very good school or whatever. Cal, Berkeley.
I believe he initially committed to Yale as well.
It's like, well, that doesn't mean he's got football brain. It doesn't mean it's like okay. I guess it does mean that. Have we seen him have football brains though? Has he dissected a cover two and wanted the right choice, even though it's a super? We have seen that. Do we think that he can have flashcards and maybe remember what things are? I'm guessing, yeah.
I think so.
I'm thinking he's going to be able to do it. Now, watching Kirk, I think is great too.
Makes a ton of sense.
That's Fernando also getting a chance to literally watch and learn in real time.
Yep.
I think it's a win-win-win for them across the board, but I do believe we see Fernando a lot earlier than a lot of people are projecting, strictly because he's going to be the perfect pro because he is almost a robot, some people call it.
Absolutely. I like what Kubiak was saying there. I feel like he had a clear message. Obviously, he was ready for the questions which you're going to be getting week in and week out when you have a number one overall pick. I think it was a good message, and I think it'll be great for Fernando to watch a true pro who's done it in different offenses. And it will be, obviously, it's always a difference jumping from college to the pro style. He'll probably play more in the center, more play action. So just hearing it, just watching it, getting those mental reps. And we know inevitably when his opportunity comes, we all think, he's going to ace the test because he has all the talent. He's gifted. He's the size, the arm, all the different things. So now it's just about between the ears. Can he figure it out down in the down out? I think watching Kirk day in and day out throughout training camp, and then maybe even the first quarter of the season. When we played, it was always like we broke it up in quarters. Okay, 4 games in, 8 games in, and now we'll figure it out. So we'll see. I expect him to be in there pretty soon, though.
Yeah, number one pick. You're going to want to see that.
Yeah.
Now, you want to talk about young prodigies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this person's going to have to hear us say this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going fishing anyways.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
eventually,
right.
if he's not on the course. This man that's about to join us is the only golfer in history to be the number one in amateur in the world and then win in his first 5 professional starts. So projected to be guy, get into the big leagues, actually turn out and have a big-time win. This dude was chased by Scotty Scheffler all weekend in Minnesota in the 3M Open. This dude didn't blink. Now, the entire golf world is telling us all that we don't know ball because of who this guy has been and what people have been projecting of him. And they've been just flooding our algos with this guy's golf swing, with this guy's accomplished from the past, with what he's able to do and how he operates in big-time moments. Ladies and gentlemen, there might be a new one out here. And we are incredibly lucky that we are live in the sports world as this gentleman is seemingly about to take off on a golf course near you. Ladies and gentlemen, War Eagle, 3M Open champion, Jackson Coyven.
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
How you doing?
Hey, you're War Eagle, right? Am I accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. They should put They should be putting a statue up of you, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of. I mean, this is a big deal for. This is big. Yeah, you and Cam. I mean, this is big deal for Auburn. I appreciate you representing out there, Jackson. We would like to let you know we apologize for not knowing enough about you. Can we talk a little bit about your amateur run? Has this been since the way golf people are talking to me like I'm an idiot? This guy, since he came out of the womb, literally has been making putts. You know, you just don't know that. You have had, I feel like, the entire golf world saying you're the next one, you're the next one. In golf, that feels like a lot of pressure. How has it been? And then obviously getting into the PGA, has it just kind of, have you been preparing for this all your life as everybody's been talking about the big stage you're going to go to?
Yeah, I mean, definitely some pressure coming out. Turned pro about a month ago. Didn't have the best debut, but just dealt with it and some external pressure and just kind of worked through it, got a little more comfortable out there and was able to get it done on Sunday.
Yeah, tell me about your golf life. You've been playing since you're 1, 2? Like, seriously, how do we get into this? Because I'm seeing slow motion shots of your swing, and I guess I don't know how a human body does that, but that's what a lot of people are saying about your swing. You've been very good golfer since beginning. How long? What should we know about you maybe as you're getting introduced to the world in real time right now?
Yeah, I've been playing golf basically since I can walk. Grew up playing pretty much every sport, and then kind of just since high school, really focused on golf and kind of took off from there.
Whenever you have somebody like Scotty on a leaderboard behind you, is that a moment you've been obviously thinking about forever? I, as kicker on field all by myself, would say before a kick, all right, if I make this, somebody's going to give me $1 million. For you, it's like, all right, on a Sunday in the PGA, Scotty Scheffler's on the leaderboard behind me. And I'm like, have you mentally done this before, or in real time, is that you wondering about how you're going to respond to the number one golfer in the world kind of hunting you in Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, the crowds definitely let me know that Scotty was coming. It felt like on every hole I made a par, they would just be like, "Scotty's too back." Someone would just yell at me. But, I just kind of try to keep my head down, play against the golf course, and was able to come out on top.
Yeah, there was, I forget the golfer who said he was in contention. At 16, you make a putt, and he said he left. He was like, I was in a plane by the time he ended because they had complete faith in you kind of dialing in and locking in. What are you thinking about as you're out there? You said you're just thinking about your swing and beating the golf course. Is there swing thoughts? Is it just kind of a free flow? Like, how do you kind of describe yourself on a course?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to see what shot I'm trying to hit, and then I'll be 100% committed to that because at the end of the day, like, we practice and we grind so much that if I feel like if I can commit to what shot I'm going to hit, that's the only thing I can do. And it was all kind of clicked on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, with Scotty's caddy, I think that was like, yep, this kid's closing this thing. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And that's an unbelievable compliment. And I was so pumped to see the entire golf world celebrate you. I don't know if you got a chance to really take that in. That doesn't happen often in sports as a whole. The golf community and the golf world, very proud of you, and for good reason. We can't wait to watch. Tone has a question for you, Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson, obviously you've dealt with expectations for a long time, being the number one amateur, but after winning last week in the 3M, now with the Rocket, you are, I don't know if you definitely probably don't know this, but you're top 7 in odds to win this week. Is there different expectations? Is there different stress that you're dealing with now that maybe people expect you to do this?
Maybe a little bit. It's again, like, winning on Sunday was great, and just trying to build off that experience and confidence, but just trying to mentally accept that this is a new week. I need to get ready and prepare, and just go play some golf.
What are you? So what are we doing? We sleeping in a trailer? We got a bus that we're traveling around in. How's it like? Because I saw how much money you made, and I don't know what NIL in college is like, but we saw how much money you made. Your first $0.90, and then this guy's a millionaire now. So congratulations on the quick turnaround, the quick run as a young lad. You've earned it. You've certainly earned it. But what has it been like living life as a professional here over the last few weeks? What have you realized maybe about the tour that you couldn't have known as an amateur?
Yeah, I mean, last summer I was fortunate enough to play in maybe 4 tour events, so I got a little taste of it, but it's a lot of time on the road, spending nights in hotels. My parents will travel, kind of split it every other week, so it's just finding stuff to do off the golf course is kind of tough for me because I just love playing golf, and when I'm sitting alone in the hotel room, just what am I going to do?
Yeah, I like you're not a video gamer, you young lad, not a big. So you're just chipping balls in your hotel room as you're trying to pass time over there. Is that you're just completely addicted to the sport? Has this always been how since day one? Like I got a 3-year-old daughter, Mackenzie, and I've been trying to force a club into her hand. Okay, I've been trying to force it. Let's do this. Do you know, or do your parents, have they told you, like, first hit, you were addicted to doing it and you were very good? Do we know when you became completely obsessed? You said high school you got into it, but this is like we've learned of Tiger's obsession and the work that it takes, the amount of putts, the amount of chips, the amount of hits, the amount of da. Is that all dialed in for you, or is that an everyday type thing? Like, how often are you working on your craft at this young age?
Pretty much every day. It's, when you get to do something as your job that you love, it's great. And it's an everyday thing for me because, people tell me to take days off and give my body a rest, and I try my best, but I just don't want to fall behind. It's weird, but I just love playing it, and yeah.
Yeah, you're a sicko, dude. Yeah, that's good news. That's good news. Yeah, it's good news for us at least, because if you've looked at the top of anything in life, but certainly in the sports world, all psychos commit. I mean, that is just a reality of the business, especially with how competitive it is. So if you take a day off and you're scared to death that somebody else isn't doing it, feels like that's a good work ethic, and that's going to get you a lot of Sundays of us getting to watch the young gun here do his thing, which we are thankful for. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, Jax, you talked about handling the external pressure. How did you handle the internal pressure, I guess, especially down the stretch? You told me about, obviously, we saw the hot Saturday and you finished strong on Sunday, but how do you handle that? Are you a positive self-talker after shots? Are you a shit talker to yourself? Like, how do you handle that shot to shot and then down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I worked on with my swing coach. Just like when you get in the heat of moment, everything just seems to go faster and faster. So I just try to slow everything down, breathing, walking, and then, I'm not afraid to give myself some stuff if I hit a bad shot, but I try to flip it on myself. And if I hit a bad shot, it's a good opportunity to hit a great shot on the next one.
Okay, Foxy, can you go back to this shot again? Okay, just so I have it clear, we're trying to slow it down here. Okay? Just so everybody can understand, we're trying to slow it down here. We're just trying to, go ahead, Foxy. We're just trying to, just trying to slow that one down.
That 305 off the deck?
Absolutely pipe it. Most pressure ever, potentially. Let me see if I can go off the deck 300 plus. It's like, I think you got it. But I do like you're trying to slow it down, dude. I like that you're trying to slow it down. Yeah. Do you Coca-Cola? Nelly Corda told us that her swing thought is Coca-Cola to kind of keep her in rhythm. Do you have swing thoughts or no?
I like to think of just like a ticking clock when I putt, like just tick tock. But my golf swing's always been a little quick. My golf swing's always been a little quick, so I'm not too worried about tempo on that.
Jackson, you're the man.
Swing your swing, baby.
Yeah, and you have 3 words written on your glove: confidence, trust, and dominate. I like that you have that last one in there. Okay, because a lot of the feel-good, super hippie people, okay, let's have confidence, let's trust, let's have fun. Okay, that's awesome. Let's do all that. And if we do all those, maybe we'll have a chance to win. Like, that is how some people frame it. I like that you have confidence, trust, and then also, we've worked hard enough now. Let's absolutely dominate this thing. I like the cut of your jib, brother. I am a big Jackson Koiven fan. Tone has a question for you, Jackson.
Yeah, I do. So when you're going this week, now that you've established yourself as a winner, how have the pros come up to you this week? Has there been a lot of congratulations? I believe you are 21. I don't know if you're allowed to have any pops with any of the guys currently on tour, but what's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a warm welcome. Everyone's been saying congratulations, and it's pretty cool. Guys I haven't really even talked to, they're nice enough to come say congrats, and it was cool to watch. So it's definitely making me feel welcome.
There's a lot of stats saying your generation doesn't drink any alcohol, right? And
it's down. It is coming back, I've read.
What, with his generation?
Yes.
So maybe the generation above him said, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And then his generation said,
This isn't right.
Now, we don't need you to go on any speech one way or the other, but you are 21 years old. Did you enjoy how did you go about, did the lads, I saw you fishing on the course. Hilarious. I love everything about it. And boy, the South, it's a good boy right here.
Exactly.
This is a good boy right here. This is exactly what we're looking. Now, I've been fishing with some Southern folks before. There are some ice cold beers coming alongside of that. How did you enjoy your first win other than just fishing? Obviously, you caught something massive there. We assume you are just ripping lips all over the place. But did you enjoy the win? How did you enjoy the win? And let's do it again next week and then the week after that. We can't wait to get invited sometime to the fishing on the golf course scene.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed myself a little bit after the round, and then went and fished for a little bit, and it stayed light out there pretty long. But we definitely had some fun, and then had an early flight on Monday, so kept it pretty tame and headed to Detroit.
Yeah, dude, it's something you'll remember for the rest of your life. So I do hope that the after and the family and friends all is something that you'll be able to look back on as spectacular. And hopefully we'll have many more as you represent the United States of America too, pal. Hey, come on, Ryder Cup. I'm done with it. I'm sick of it.
Hopefully.
he might have a chance sooner. He might be on the President's Cup.
President's Cup. I'm sick of it. We need it because Fox from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming in like we're trying to win the whole day. It's like, can't have it. Okay, we need America to be winning these. We just saw the World Cup. We had no chance. We found out we had no chance in the World Cup. And we need to win in golf so we can be obnoxious. Please, can you do that for us? Thank you.
I'll try my best. I think I have a little bit more to prove before I catch the eye of Grant Snedeker, but definitely a goal of mine.
No.
You guys,
you're having ice cold beers and fishing on a golf course.
Yeah.
We would like you representing in competing against Scotty on Sunday.
Yep.
And we would like you representing the United States of America if we are out there competing. Just know that that's where our vote is. Not that it means anything, but we are voting for you to be donning the red, the white, and the blue.
Amen.
We appreciate you, man. War damn, pal. Keep winning. And hey, how's the football team going to do? Okay, we back? What do you think?
We'll see. We got a new coach. I've heard good things about him, but I'm excited to watch. I've been to a couple games in these past 3 years that have been fun to enjoy, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Can you kick? Can you kick anything?
I've made about a 30-yarder once.
Okay, so if game day happens down in Auburn, will you come kick one to maybe double some money for charity or something?
Yeah, I can. I might need a couple practice kicks.
No practice kicks. No practice kicks. None at all, Jackson. Cold, you're going in there. And I'd like a couple ice cold pops beforehand as well. Maybe have you a little boozed up. You're the man, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson Koiva.
Yeah, Jackson.
21 years old.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler. You've been talked about it since you were a kid. Is supposed to be the next one. This is the one, actually, behind you. What a moment for him mentally.
It's the shit you dream about.
Yes.
Like literally, oh, yeah, I'm leading and I got Scotty chasing me. Or vice versa, Sunday, and you get it to go out there and get it done the way that he did bogey free on Sunday. Like, guy playing like he's 40 years old.
The golf people are saying, like, hey, yeah.
He's like all the data golf places have him ranked very, very high as an amateur over the last 10 years.
All the people that are saying shrink the game, the super golf purist people, they're like, this is.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
And then he's also.
Yeah, exactly.
Any chance to go
keeps it in his bag.
Live?
No. No, they're dead.
Come on.
Rest in peace to Live.
Cancel the team championship.
What? I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
We're back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice.
But it is great to be down here in T-Town, Alabama. Now, let's do a little history here, shall we? This is, what's your name?
Gabby.
Gabby, you're a senior here, right?
That's correct.
And what is your major?
Chemical engineering.
Okay. Have you ever kicked anything before?
No.
Okay, but you said you want to do it, not get somebody else because?
Yes, because I camped out for so many hours with my friend, and I got lucky enough to get picked, so let's go for it.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
All right!
We love that, Gabby. $300,000 if you make this kick right here, Gabby, okay?
Oh my gosh.
That seems fair.
I don't know what a chemical engineering degree costs, but hopefully that'll help towards it all.
My parents would love that.
Okay.
I'll throw in 200 as well.
He's throwing it to $500,000. All right, Gabby.
Okay.
Good luck. We're pulling for you. 33 yards. All you got to do is make the kick. Good luck, Gabby.
Okay. Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
I love you, Mom and Dad and brother.
Love that, Mom and Dad. Hope you have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabby Mathis, chemical engineer, senior here at Alabama, will attempt to win $500,000.
Oh, it's come to this, huh? It's come to this. It's come to this.
Gabby, why'd you smack me in the face? Kirk just smacked me in the face. How about this? How about this, Gabby? If Kirk Herbstreit can throw that football through those uprights right there, we'll give you $300,000. Are you okay with that? $300,000. If Kirk Herbstreit can throw it through those uprights, former Ohio State quarterback, no warm-up, full suit for Gabby. Get Gabby, get Gabby, get Gabby. Congratulations, Gabby. right. It's getting even more pricey. Kirk Herbstreit, I did not know you had that in you.
Oh, that's great.
Gabby, it's for you, your mom, your brother, the whole family. Congratulations, and Kirk, good on you, man. It was close. Back to you, Reese. Jeez. Way to go, Gabby.
Hey, what a moment. You know, I love the fact that Gabby wanted the experience. The old blue-eyed Buckeye still got a little zing in that arm of his.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You ping!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome back to Bone Cam here on the ESPN campus in beautiful Bristol, Connecticut. Hour 2 of this program begins now. Football is the greatest. All NFL teams are in their training camp. Stories are starting to develop. Tweaked muscles are happening around the league. Contract disputes are taking place. And the road to the Lombardi is happening for all 32 organizations and franchises. We have people talking for the first time in months. Jerry Jones got done with his hunt for a honey hole and talked about how he's open to maybe trading the future for today. He's got to get eyes on the Cowboys first before he gets active. Is he trading for Max Crosby? Max Crosby is still getting traded? I thought he was a Raider for life. These are all the things that are happening in the first 24 hours of training camp. Can't wait to see what continues to unfold. We're up here in beautiful Bristol, Connecticut at the ESPN campus, and I'll say, job well done to whoever built all these.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very
I
nice.
think it was a lot of people, but this is incredibly well done. Space is obviously beautiful as D-Bone is operating the camera, and I'm sure whenever the folks built this particular studio, they thought to themselves, North Central University national champion. D-Bone's going to be operating a jib cam in here. You've done a great job, Bone. You got the best Hardy look, too. You know, I like what you're pulling off. AP Tone is here. Ty Schmidt is here. 9-year NFL vet. Darius J. Butler is here. D-Butch. The NFL training camp's obviously cooking right now. Denzel Ward gets paid so much money. We asked Schefter about it, obviously, for other people getting their money and what that means and what that signifies. What does it mean to you that the Cleveland Browns are spending that amount of money on Denzel Ward? They move on from Myles Garrett. They get Verse back. They pay Denzel Ward. They have a quarterback competition happening. We've seen both QBs that we assume are going to be in the starting role at some point this season. Deshaun Watson complete some passes. Shador's completing some passes. Shador's being asked out and about where he's from. He said, I'm from Cleveland.
Love that.
Are the Browns up and up right now with Monken at the helm and Andrew Berry getting a second crack at this entire thing after the original Deshaun Watson contract fiasco?
You know what? The best thing about training camp, probably, the thing at the very top is you can talk about all 32 teams as if they have a potential of being good and actually making a run, being better, improving. And that's what the message is in the building. And that is what we hope for. And this is what we also love to see from teams or organizations is taking care of their great players. And Denzel Ward has been a great player for them since stepping into the building, on and off the field. So I like them taking care of him. Maybe he's a one-helmet guy when it's all said and done with a deal like this. 2 years, and we always look at the guarantees. The number, on average, 31.1 to make him the highest paid, but it's got over $50 million guaranteed. So I love that. And I'm sure the young guys behind him love that too, because whenever you're up, it's your job to reset that market so that the next man goes up and gets it. Once again, been a great player. You got some great young pieces. Mason Graham, who they drafted up at the top of the draft. Carson Schlesinger, who won the Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's dominant as well. Obviously, you lose Myles Garrett, but you bring in Jared Verse. So, yes, it is on the up and up. You got to figure out who your quarterback is. We know no team has a chance, doesn't have a chance without a quarterback. You got a new head coach. So we'll see. But you got weapons, you got talent.
We got some breaking news out of Cincinnati Bengals training camp.
Okay.
Jamar Chase with a helmet throw.
Oh, really?
There has been our first fight. Jalen Davis, number 35, and Jamar Chase had been jawing before this. Jamar Chase ends up with a helmet, tosses that thing. Okay, says, get out of here. Jamar Chase obviously utilizes his hands. Them being in the middle of a bunch of helmets, not necessarily great, but I do like the fact that Uno there says, I'm about it. And this is the first day of really getting after it on there. And Jamar Chase already throwing helmets and fighting people. Cincinnati Bengals got a little bit of an edge. They move on from Trey Hendrickson. He looks very interesting in a Baltimore Ravens uniform.
Yeah, he does.
We will have to get used to that, obviously. They bring in Sexy Dexy. The offense we know is going to be good, especially if Joe Burrow is able to stay healthy. And on day one, these boys are brawling. Are you a little bit nervous in the AFC North that maybe the kitchen's getting a little bit hot in Big Daddy Cincinnati?
Listen, we know about the Bengals. They're going to score a ton of points as long as they can keep Joe upright, and they've added on the O-line, so I think they will.
Oh, a fake there. Hold on. I just saw a little bit more of the video. Go back just a couple seconds there. Jamar Chase gives him a feint one of the. Can we go back a couple seconds there? Too far, I think. I don't know where we were. Jamar Chase is walking back away. He was ready.
I was ready.
I like that they're doing that. I'm sorry. That just caught the corner of my eye. They're fighting early. I like the edge. Don't love that Jamar Chase's hands are in the middle of a bunch of helmets.
Sure. No.
This early in it all. But I do appreciate the fact that our first fight is from Cincinnati. It kind of feels like throwback Cincinnati to me.
Yeah, it does. And maybe this is a good sign for the defense. Like maybe they're like, hey, we are tired of this shit. We've been getting destroyed the last few years. Now they did get horrendous news, it seems like, today. It's not official yet. Shamar Stewart had to be carted off today. I guess the injury did not look good. Yikes. He was their first-round pick last year who took a while to sign his contract. So when you lose Trey, and if something did happen to Shamar today and you need your defense to get better, hopefully nothing bad with Shamar. Hopefully he is fine. But it's all about the defense in Cincinnati, and we know that.
Sexy Dexy, we think is going to help. The video of this particular injury is disgusting.
Okay.
We are not going to. It's not good.
It's the worst part. Worst part about training camp and football in general.
The knee just the way it bends, a hyper extension situation. And Shamar Stewart's entire career has been interesting in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Just from literally day -5.
Everybody's going to go back to A&M potentially.
Yeah.
Craziness. Everything's craziness. We're so thankful the NFL is back. Obviously, the Kyle Shanahan story is absurd. We hope he's okay and excited that he's still alive.
Yeah.
Even though he made a mistake. Happy also, other side, he is still alive as we get this new information. I also appreciate the fact that he felt obligated to let the world know. And I think a lot of people are saying, hey, very nice of you to come out publicly and say, people are blaming the wrong. This is 100% on me. Yeah. And in the state that he's in right now, broken rib, 40 stitches on his face, concussed, the whole thing. I feel like he's seeing the world a little bit differently, probably a little bit different perspective. And I wonder what that means, honestly, for the Niners going forward, because this could be bunker mentality type thing, rally around head coach who's still alive when he could have very easily not been here from his own doing.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, good on him for clearing that up right away because, there are probably a lot of people who would have let that thing just kind of get away and be like, yeah, it was her fault, whatever. But I think you're right. I mean, I think there was an athletic poll that came out today, and it pulled a bunch of D coordinators and defensive personnel in the NFL, and he's ranked as the #1 play caller in the NFL by his peers. So I think we will see maybe a more motivated or just a clearer thinking Kyle Shanahan whenever he comes out of the, I guess it wasn't a concussion, but the haze of what he's going on with. I think he'll be focused, ready to go. And this is a big season for the Niners, too, because I feel like the last several years, really, since they made it to the Super Bowl, we're always talking about them at the start of the year, and then they just get snake bit by the injury bug, and they're kind of out of the discussion by the start of December. So we'll see.
Let's stay in the NFC West. Obviously, big storylines, the Los Angeles Rams. They got the most primetime games in the entire NFL. Mm-hmm. Hey, Los Angeles, City of Stars. Their stars are going to be on primetime starting in Australia.
Yeah.
That's a long way. They're kicking off the NFL season. We appreciate them doing that. Obviously looking to run it back. Coach McVay with sweet sunglasses on was asked about Aaron Donald.
You had any recent conversations with him?
I knew you'd be the one to ask me. That's scary. I have had conversations with him.
And what?
That's it. There's no. Here's what I'll tell you. We've kept in contact. He's feeling good. His training is going really well, but no new news on the front of any imminent decision on whether he's going to play or not.
And is he using the Rams facility for some of that training, or is he doing that solely?
He's got places that he can train at.
Is the Rams facility one of them?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure if he's.
I'm not sure. I mean, he's out here with us. There's nobody at the Rams facility right now, so maybe TMZ knows the answer to that.
Last one.
Sean McVay, great maestro of not answering the question while saying, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know everything about it. Yeah. I'm very excited, obviously. He's got a lot of places he wants to work out. We're not at the Rams facility. So, I mean, you're not getting any information out of me. I assume he would like Aaron Donald to be able to make his own decision on his own time. But I think Sean McVay is certainly excited about the possibilities of Aaron Donald going back. Now, I see with the Magic 8 Ball over there.
Is Aaron Donald going to play for the Rams this season?
Here.
We got no answer.
What do you mean?
It's hazy.
That's kind of what McVay said.
It's hazy.
Is it a real Magic 8 Ball?
See, I mean, it looks like it's one.
Have you ever seen an answer? Have you ever seen an answer? Do we know if it'll give an answer? Like,
it's supposed to, right?
Yeah, but
outlook good.
Oh, show you. I mean,
okay.
This thing is not. It's a bit of a defective 8 ball because it rolls right back right away.
Well, nobody can believe it. Yes, definitely.
That one said ask again later.
There's a lot of bubbles.
That's kind of what McVay's saying as well.
Okay, so let's wait. Ask it now.
Okay.
Wait, this is later.
Did you give it a good shake?
As I see it, yes.
That's 2, right?
That's 2. Yeah.
And as I see it, and then McVay being very coy there. He's being very coy.
With a bit of a smile.
Yeah, and then he was trying to dance around it. Anytime you're trying to dance around something, it feels like you probably know what's going on there. He's got to be elated that he's got a team of absolute icons across the board on the offense and the defensive side. But, the expectations of us do not mean anything to Sean McVay, even though if they were to sign Aaron Donald to go there next to Myles Garrett, and maybe they make a play for Vita Vea. And they got McDuffie and Watson. And then on the offensive, let alone linebackers, then on the offensive side, they got the reigning MVP with a guru wizard offensive coordinator, Puka Nacua chasing a bag. Right? That's what he's doing. This guy has been best wide receiver in the NFL, some people would say. And now he actually has the most amount of motivation that he's ever had to have, especially with perspective being shifted this past offseason. It's like, the Rams going undefeated this year. It's hard not in the middle of July.
West.
July 29th. It's hard on Mike Foster's time. It's hard not Town Hall. Sorry, his time.
It is his time.
It's hard not to be like the Rams are never going to lose. And then the Seattle Seahawks say, what are we talking about here? This isn't even a real thing. We also have dogs across the board.
They do.
So I guess the Seahawks probably feel the most disrespected by all the Los Angeles Rams conversation, but it's hard not to get really excited about the Los Angeles Rams.
I mean, they are just absolutely stacked at every single position, and they're a play away from being in the Super Bowl last year against the Seahawks in the NFC Championship, and they would have been favorites in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like we're coming out here and we're saying stuff that like doesn't make sense or people don't agree with, because yes, the Rams are the favorites. They probably should be the favorites. They have Matthew Stafford, and the Seahawks, they are loaded on defense and they're loaded on offense with JSN. But if you're going Stafford and Sam Darnold, you're probably going to lean Stafford. In this league, quarterback matters a ton. He was the reigning MVP. So yeah, I think the Rams should be the favorites. Yes, the Seahawks are absolutely going to use this. I assume the Niners are going to use this. Cardinals, I don't know if they're going to use this or,
they
or
will.
not. Maybe they might use it a little bit. Maybe being the farthest odds to win a division I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, plus $1 million to win the NFC West for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's remember they're building a practice facility. They're trying to build a new entire everything out there.
Offense.
And Jacoby's spinning it.
Yeah, he is.
We're getting some clips out of camp, and I'll tell you what, Wilson's back to going absolutely crazy, just like he did last year with Jacoby Brissett. And now Jacoby's dropping in a bucket yet again, proving that he's going to be their starter. Here we go. Jacoby Brissett. Say hi. Not to be confused with we saw in a body cam. Unbelievable stuff out of Jacoby Brissett here. Are we overlooking the Arizona Cardinals, D-Butt? Because they have the longest odds. Tone just mentioned it. Maybe in the history of professional football to win their division. Is that because the Rams are so good or because nobody has any expectations for the Cardinals to do absolutely anything? And Jacoby understands that, just trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, the division is absolutely stacked. And I mean, are we overlooking the Cardinals? Yes, as we should. But every building has the talent. Every building has talented coaches. It will be a completely new offense with LaFleur over there. So we shall see. And Tone said it earlier, like they have very, very good
Offense kinda
offensive
stacked.
pieces. You got McBride, who is coming off his best season, probably in an argument to be the best tight end in the National
99
Football League
Club.
this year,
Yeah.
and the 99 Club, which I take Madden ratings very, very serious. Michael Wilson, who's coming off a great year. Marvin Harrison Jr., that's going to be the big question mark for them. Whenever you go up and draft a difference maker, which you expect at the top of the draft, we talked about what type of prospect he was. Does he pan out? And the same thing with Jeremiah Love, which rookie year, but we've seen running backs come in and have a big impact on their team pretty early on. So offensively, they have the pieces. We know it starts in the trenches. Defensively, a ton of question marks. And like I said, that division is absolutely stacked. So, yeah, the odds, reflect that as well.
There's bad clips coming out about Marv. There's bad clips.
It's a narrative.
Kinda not
You're gonna
fair.
spin the
Yeah, it
narrative.
feels like they are kind of trying to build a narrative.
Yeah.
Let's see some of these catches getting posted. Every time this guy
haven't
looks
seen
like
him
he
catch-
can't catch a football.
Exactly.
I haven't seen him catch one ball yet.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's trying to run him out of town.
What are we doing?
Guy gets some lights in his eyes. He's in a desert. He drops one. They say, look at this guy. Can't catch
Yeah.
it. And then we see another one. He's running across. It's right in his hands. He drops it. Obviously, something happens. Sweat in his eye, maybe.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, people are so quick to post it. I would like to see him.
Plenty of those, I
A
said.
lot of that. We assume. We just haven't been able to see it. Hey, admin, maybe get an ad win over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
for Marvin Harrison, as we go into the Big Ten media days. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who has 48-8 record as the head coach of the Oregon Ducks. Sco Ducks, absolute legend, former national champ as a coach at Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Lanning.
Yeah, coach.
Sco Ducks.
Good.
What's up, Pat? Thanks for having me, man.
How many SCO Ducks you dropping? A lot of SCO Ducks, doing a lot of interviews. What is Big Ten Media Day for a head
I
coach?
haven't done enough, man. I need to drop some more. Let's get one. SCO Ducks.
There it is. I like that. I like what you're doing right there. I think it's like a SCO Ducks. Maybe one of those. Do you have that?
Go Ducks.
All right, let's do it. Let's take our shirt off. We're gonna get. Yeah.
No, you ain't getting me today, brother. You ain't
Okay.
getting me.
Yeah, Big Ten Media Day, obviously super serious stuff. You're talking to everybody about your team, your program, your future, your season, you name it. What has been the conversation? Dante Moore back, a lot of studs. Kind of how have you been talking about your team during Big Ten Media Days thus far? And what is kind of the storyline of your team this year? Because we all know you're going to be talented. We all know you're going to be good. But all anybody wants to ask is like, when are they going to win a national championship? When are they going to win a national championship? How are your boys dealing with that? And how are you dealing with it all?
You spotted it, man. That's always the conversation. I think we'll approach it similar to how we have in the past. Let's go out there and have the best team we can possibly have. I always love this part of the year because it means we're getting close to playing football games. And I know our guys are excited for that. We're ready to start fall camp. I really like this team. We had a really talented team last year. Now we have some experience coming back. And I'm excited to see that experience turn into some success on the field.
Yeah, obviously Dante coming back is a huge deal. Mel Kiper had him at one point as the number one quarterback in the draft over Fernando. Fernando ends up being the number one overall pick. Dante Moore comes back. You get another Big Ten team starter to come in and back him up. Obviously, the wagons are in full force up in Eugene, but it's not just the quarterback that came back. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, you had your entire defensive line come back, and they all could have been high draft picks. I believe they were all 10 or all Big Ten last year, all 4 of them. Like how huge is that now? Like you're gonna 8 teams on your schedule aren't gonna be able to block you guys at all. How nice does that make for you on the defense side of the ball? And how did you get all 4 of those guys to come back?
Yeah, I think you always talk about strength in numbers, and we're all talking about quarterback, which is important. You got to have a great one. But, I think the best teams win football games. And we got some great D linemen coming back. I think all those guys, every guy that made the decision to come back saw an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to improve, and, a recognition. If NIL has provided anything, it's provided recognition to realize you can't go back and do college over again. And I got one more year that I can do this. So these guys want to take advantage of it.
Oregon is 38-5 in the last 3 seasons.
Very good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Not bad.
That's a lot of times lined up. Mm-hmm. All their losses have come to teams that are either win the Natty or in the national championship. And boy, you get judged harshly for that, Dano. As you know, though, you're Oregon Ducks head coach. You're expected to win it all. You guys have been able to beat and win a lot of close games, a lot of big games, but not the biggest game. That's a crazy thing to be weighing over your head. I like that a lot of your guys came back and said, Coach, we want to do this for everybody. It's fantastic. Ty has a question for you, Dan.
Yeah, Coach, there's been a lot of talk, especially post SEC media days about, hey, the SEC's got the toughest schedule in the nation. Every team in the SEC is in the top 20 of strength of schedule. It's horseshit. We all know the Big Ten is king. You know that just as well as about anybody. But does it feel like with 3 consecutive national championships and, you guys and maybe 4 other teams at the top of the Big Ten, does the league again this year feel like it's as good or better than it's ever been?
Yeah, it's a strong league. It's a strong league. There's unbelievable competition, great venues. I think proof's in the pudding. You look at what the Big Ten's done in postseason play the last few years, and not just the national championship games. I'm talking about bowl games and success. It's a really tough league, and I think there's some teams that have the opportunity to peak in this league this year. Some really teams that maybe you haven't talked about that are going to be really good as well. So it doesn't make it easy, which makes it even more fun.
Yeah, Ty's obviously not biased at all. He has an Iowa across his chest and an Iowa helmet there. Hey, how did Iowa do in the bowl game? Who'd they play against?
They played Vanderbilt.
Vandy had a pretty good SEC year, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say
10-2,
they
right?
should have made the playoffs.
And then how'd that game go?
The score was closer than it would indicate because they waxed them pretty good and won. Because it means more in the Big Ten.
Golly, the South is so mad about all this, but it has changed the landscape.
Back to life.
And you coach in the South. Obviously, the culture in the South is awesome. Not that it isn't in Eugene, not that it isn't in the Big Ten, but it's like the SEC, the culture everywhere. It is a religion. It is awesome. It is spectacular, and obviously have been very dominant for a long time. But the tides seemingly have turned quite a bit here, and I think that's good for ball as a whole, obviously. But I think the South needs one.
Oh, man.
I mean, the South needs, and on that note,
They might leave because they can't win one.
that was all overblown. Sankey said.
I don't know.
That was all. Sankey said they weren't actually. Do you have any thoughts on any of this, or do you stay completely out of all the kind of the big conversations taking place around college football? How much are you asked? You should be. I mean, your team's like top 5 team.
Yeah, the coaches want to change.
Oregon's a huge deal. It feels like you should at least have some sort of input. How are the coaches either staying involved in what the future of college football is or staying out of it from your perspective?
I'll say that, Tony Petitti does a great job of hearing our opinion, and certainly that we're a piece of the conversation. But as we get closer to the season, the more I try to just focus on the Ducks and what we can do. And, I think the rest kind of takes care of itself. But we have a great conference. We have college football. A lot of people argue that college football is it's crazy times, which it is. But I would say the excitement for college football has never been higher. And the amount of eyes that pay attention to college football has never been higher. So there's something that's going right with the game. There's certainly some things we can fix. But I'm getting to this mode where I'm about to just focus on football, and that's all I'm going to focus on, and hopefully the rest gets worked out.
Yeah, and hopefully it will get worked out. It feels like they are doing late night calls to kind of get it figured out because we all love not only what it is, but where it's headed. And you talk about the eyeballs, everything up and to the right, big for college football. Oh, yeah. You name it, sports in general, but certainly college football has clearly become the number 2 sport in the United States of America, and there's so much room for growth. And we thank you and the boys out there in Oregon for being a massive piece of that. D-Bud has a question for you, Dan.
Yeah, Coach, I want to ask you about your roster. Every year you're going to lose guys, and that's talent on the field, but it's also leadership in that locker room. So I want to know a player, I'm kind of put you on the spot here, not Dante Moore, not the quarterback, who you expect to take that leap not only on the field but in the locker room when it comes to leadership.
I always hate this question, by the way.
I know.
But thank you.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to actually give you a name this time. Normally, I sidestep it. I'm going to give you Evan Stewart's had a really good offseason, and he was out for us last year. He was injured during the year. But I'm really excited about what Evan can bring to our team this year. We have a lot of great players, so it's unfair for me to pick one. But he's had a great offseason. I'm excited to see what he can create this year.
I can't say anything about anybody because we got a lot of deals with a lot of guys that might get starting time because obviously we have to do that. We can't offend anybody. And also, I don't want to give anything away to any other coach. That is a big deal right now. I respect and I appreciate it. How are the vibes of the team, though? Boys hungry, obviously? What has it been like this offseason?
Boys are hungry. This, like I said, this is probably the closest group that we've had from a player-led standpoint. They ran a lot of meetings this summer. They've done a lot of work. They're anxious to get on the field. They're really connected. So I know we can't wait for fall camp to start. These guys, they're ready to go. Heard you don't zen anymore. That's cool. Good for you. Congratulations.
Hey, congrats, Coach. I told you that.
Okay. I don't know where you heard that. Where'd you hear that?
Oh, I thought that's what
Big news.
Yeah,
for the
that
offseason.
was what we heard. Okay. Hey, listen, run it back. Listen, we're gonna. Tone has the last question for you.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously, big for your offseason. Your OC and DC, they both got head coaching jobs at Cal and Kentucky, respectively. Like, how was that different for you this offseason? I believe you promoted internally, so maybe not a ton of change there. But how do you feel about your coordinator positions coming into this season?
Yeah, this is we've had 3 guys go on to become head coaches in my 4 years here, which I think speaks volumes of, what we've created. And I'm really excited for, Tosh and Will and their opportunity, what that looks like. But I'm also excited about the guys that we got to, bump up here with Will and or with Drew and Chris Hampton. Both those guys have been a part of our team the last several years. They understand how we do it. They're going to bring some new ideas and fresh energy to the program. So I'm excited to see what they'll be able to accomplish.
All right, Dano, enjoy yourself up there at Big Ten Media Days. It's in Chicago. How is this?
Beautiful.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town. Okay, we get a little bit of the lasagna pizza stuff that they have up there. What any local?
I did have a pizza. I walked to the hotel last night and had some pizza. I think it was called Arta Pizza. It was nice.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, safe travels back to Oregon. Obviously, we can't wait to see your team this year. Congrats on everything in advance and win a national championship, will you?
Okay.
Jeez, it's easy. Everybody's doing it. Everybody in Big Ten is just doing it.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Oregon Ducks.
Go Ducks!
That's right. Go Ducks!
I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah, Coach.
I don't think he knew.
He does this a little different.
Yeah, it's more of a Go Ducks.
Yeah, he's not with the happy bullshit, though. He's all about the ball.
That's like whenever Coach Signetti was just yelling, "Go Indiana."
Yeah, that's awesome.
A bunch of times.
That's awesome.
It is interesting that the coaches really. Yeah. Hey, do you know what all the chants are? Yeah, they say something about something in there, don't they? Ducks go.
What did David say? Like he didn't hear the what's it called? That thing they do in the stadium. It's blanking right
Dixieland
now.
Delight.
Thank you, Dixieland Delight. Until he was done.
Yeah, and he was like, "Wow, they really ad-lib in there. They say some stuff about Tennessee and LSU." And I appreciate the Southern football culture a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They love ball down there. They are obsessed with their schools.
But
the North, man, the North has a lot of opportunity. The North has a lot of, they got more money. It's just, that's just the way.
Pretty simple.
And they're doing business.
Yeah, and
we'll see this year.
Listen, I got faith in Kirby Smart down there. I like Lane Kiffin down in LSU doing what he's doing.
I like Cristobal.
Okay, Mario Cristobal. That's Miami. Obviously, ACC representing. Love that they're representing over there. I love Mario Cristobal. And isn't it fascinating? You think about the ACC, you used to think Dabo, obviously with Clemson. Florida State had a little bit of a run there. Now it's like the ACC is Miami.
Yep.
And that's kind of an interesting conversation as we talk about people thinking about breaking away and who knows what the future looks like. It's like Miami's becoming a very valuable asset very, very quickly with what Cristobal has been able to do. And I've heard the offseason's been spectacular down there in Miami. So it's hard to rule out the South entirely because if you bring in just Southern schools, I guess. But the SEC, I'm intrigued to see how they kind of find a way to balance the scales with everything going on off the field in the North.
It's crazy with the ACC. Like you mentioned, Florida State, they dominated for 20 years when Bowden was there, and then Clemson dominated for how long when with Dabo being there. Now it's Miami. Like if they all hit at the same time, we would have been talking about them like we're talking about the Big Ten right now. But yeah, Miami, the media poll came out yesterday. I think they got 165 of 170 first place votes or something like that. So yeah, they're expected to win the ACC for the first time in 20 years down there.
Well, when it comes to the SEC,
yeah, Duke is the ACC.
Yes, they are.
They are. That's a one big league, though. I think SMU maybe. I think a lot of people are saying that, but we talked about this a bunch when the playoff first started. Like the great equalizer is being able to play on these home campuses, and I think a lot of people thought like, hey, the SEC is going to get a majority of these. Like, look at the Big Ten's record against the SEC in the playoff itself. Like, now we talked about, hey, if you have to go up to Ohio State like Tennessee did when we were there, and it was maybe the coldest night of all time, like the Big Ten's going to do just fine in those, but they've been winning all the neutral site games too.
So the story has always been, look how many 5-stars are on these Southern teams.
Mm-hmm.
North just doesn't have enough talent. And if you're ranking on projection, talent is what you're going to go off of. And then all of a sudden they start playing these games in, 10-degree weather. And it's like, hey, maybe the North is built for what it needs to be because of what the weather is. And the South obviously can be explosive and have 4-2s and 4-3s across the board. But the North is a little bit more of an SUV here because it has to be. It's been a fascinating turn on whenever they're trying to project who the top teams are. And it's like, well, these teams aren't building for the same thing, and whoever has the home game is a massive advantage. Because if Ohio State has to go down in a Rocky Top there, okay, is that a different conversation? I assume.
Probably.
I assume it is a little bit of a different conversation, especially with what the records are in the SEC with home night games and everything like that. So the North getting the higher bids and getting the home games is a huge deal for the outcome of everything, the narrative of everything, and maybe the future of everything.
They are winning those neutral site games, though, too, aren't they?
Yeah. Rose Bowl.
And then they're also winning the Who Gives a Bowl.
Yeah. Well, hey, easy. You talking about the Rely Quest Bowl? A lot of people care about that one. That's a big deal. That's formerly, I believe, the Capital One Bowl, which used to be
a big one.
The creme de la creme outside of the BCS. Outside.
Yeah, but it
the
ain't
playoff.
at Duke's Mayo. So
yeah, you're right. It is leagues above the Duke's
What?
Bowl. Yeah, you're going to the Duke's Mayo Bowl if you had yourself a 6-6 season and you just barely skidded in.
They got great PR. There's some bowl games out there that just do it better than others.
You're talking about the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Pop-Tart does it great.
Which one?
The Rely Quest Bowl.
They need a gimmick.
Formerly the Capital One Bowl. Played at
No, yeah,
World
you're doing
Stadium.
the formerly. Let's do what the.
It's the Rely Quest Bowl, which everybody knows what they sell and do.
They're pretty reliable.
They're very.
You hire them to go on quests, and they're very good at it.
Yeah, they can snoop around.
Bingo.
And especially with the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on Vandy in that snooping reliable festival.
Where is that one played?
Rockwood. It's right there in that town. It's Love's Bowl.
What are you guys talking about? I just told you it's at Camping World Stadium
In Orlando?
In Orlando.
Okay, yeah, I have been there plenty of times.
It's a great venue.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big venue.
Is that where
big venue.
Is that where Jacksonville's playing this year?
Yeah, I think so. Is that this year or starting next year?
I don't know.
Jacksonville feels like they got a team. Travis Hunter has a bunch more weight. He's hopefully going to be healthy. Trevor Lawrence, obviously a little bit more confidence. Liam Cohen, a little bit more experience. Let's talk about another team in the AFC South that has a little bit more of everything. We got eyes on Daniel Jones back on the practice field. Remember,
really?
he told us he was completely clear for 11-on-11 and team, fresh off an Achilles. We didn't know if he was going to be back for week 1. He's back for training camp day 1. Anthony Calhoun of Wish TV sent us in a video and said he looks smooth, he looks comfortable, he looks confident, he looks athletic. This guy's a hashtag quick healer. Everybody's saying it on the internet, and it's very real. It feels like this guy is better than ever, and with the chip on his shoulder. Okay, his shoulders are gigantic, by the way.
Yeah.
Huge.
He's got one of these. He's got a Bob Spillane neck. He used to with Tyler Warren. He's got one of these, okay? The chips that have been stacked on Daniel Dimes' shoulders since draft night, when everybody said, yeah, right, what a bum. Why is this guy getting drafted? Through the New York Giants experience where he didn't have an offensive line for a while. Until he did have a good run. Oh, my God, we do it. He gets paid. They kick Saquon Barkley out of the building because they say this is Daniel Jones' team. Literally come out publicly and say that on Hard Knocks like, hey, we need to find out if this guy is our guy or not. They end up losing. A lot of injuries. He looks like an absolute bum. Saquon Barkley wins MVP of the entire league. This guy's just been shit on. Comes out to Indianapolis, signs to compete against the number 4 overall pick, Anthony Richardson, who hadn't really caught on. Everybody says, damn, if we're starting Danny Dimes, we are screwed. Then he hears all of it.
Boy, were they wrong.
Then he eats all of it. Colts fans were asked to do a poll. Now, if you're doing a poll online, what type of human are you? We always got to remember that. But Colts fans were polled online, and they had 6% optimism. Worst in the entire NFL going into the season if Daniel Jones was the quarterback. What did we become? Number 1 team in the NFL. Number 1 offense in the NFL. Danny Dimes had his best season by far, lived up to everything they projected him to be whenever he was drafted so high out of Duke, and then it all ends so quickly. It all ends so dramatically. Breaks a leg, tears an Achilles. We don't win a single game for the final 2 months of the season. Feels like Danny Dimes has a lot to prove. The Colts have a lot to prove. And Chris Ballard, GM, he had this to say at training camp about his future with the Indianapolis Colts.
No. I wouldn't do one.
Why not?
I'm in the last year of my deal. We need to win.
Okay. Seems like everything is going exactly how I would hope it to go in Indianapolis. Look out, Super Bowl, D-Bud.
Hey, I'm right there with you. And the pessimism, the lack of optimism for fans with Danny Dimes and Anthony Richardson competing for us, I understand it. Now, if I would have took that poll, I would probably been on that side too. But that's why we have to
you
play
were
the
kind of
game.
down when they had
I was bummed.
Not all of us were, but you definitely were.
Anytime you're rooting for a team and you're going into a season of training camp with a quarterback competition, usually not a good sign. So for Danny Dimes to come out and break Peyton Manning's offensive records through that time, for Jonathan Taylor to be on the pace that he was on, so that means the offensive line had to be playing well. Tyler Warren being damn near the best rookie in the league. Everything was going right, and then injuries happened, which is the worst part of sports and football. So you got another opportunity. You got another year with Shane Steichen. The fact that he's healthy going into training camp after the injuries he sustained last season is incredible. We got Jonathan Taylor in camp. We'll see if they take care of him. But you got everything trending in the right direction. And once again, on that other side of the ball, though, the defense, you got to answer some questions there. People got to show up. And then Chris Ballard, you got a GM kind of as a lame duck. Usually you don't see GMs or head coaches go into a season and he's like, hey, I wouldn't do a deal. I need to win. I'm sure Colts fans love hearing that. And we shall see. You got to play the football games. Our number one receiver, Alec Pierce, when will he be healthy? When will he be back on the field? Will he take that jump? Because one thing being the number 2 receiver or, and then stepping into that number 1 role where every week you're the game wrecker, you're getting coverage too, you're getting safeties, you're getting doubled. So we shall see. But I got all the confidence in the world in Danny Dimes, Shane Steichen, and these boys in blue.
I just thought of something when you said Chris Ballard say not doing a deal. Was he asked to do a deal or was that thing like, nah?
How you say he wouldn't do it?
Oh, okay. So even if he was asked, hey, you want a new deal? No.
Yeah, you want a new 5-year? Nope. Got to win this year.
We don't know if that happened.
No, I know.
He said it.
No, but
they have to win a Super Bowl this year or he will not sign a new deal.
I didn't hear that. Is that what he said?
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
We're just looking at the AFC South. It's been 11 years since the AFC South.
Yeah.
Okay? C.J. Stroud was the one that brought that to my attention 4 years ago. He was
He might have been 11 years old the last
He was the
time.
cock of the walk, and now whenever he's walking, people are saying this guy should not be in. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You signed 5 deals since then.
Has Jacksonville won one?
And nobody's been happy about any of them.
Jeez.
And what we have been. We've been we like our families, our friends, very happy.
Yeah.
That is certainly the case. But yeah, I've been nominated for Hall of Fame 3 times.
Yeah.
Vinatieri's in the hall.
In the hall.
Going in this weekend.
Freeney.
Yeah, Freeney's in there. Rob needs to get in there. Reg needs to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all going to happen.
Come on, boys.
That's why Ballard's like, I can't. I actually, I've been incredibly unlucky. Andrew Luck retired 9 days before season. Okay, we've been trying to rebuild around the entire thing. And then we're number 1 team, and then a broken leg and Achilles, and then we trade a couple number 1s. We get a corner. He gets hurt first time he steps on the field. So he's been a bit unlucky. So maybe he's about sick of the the misfortune as well.
I mean, you can say unlucky. Some people say lucky.
Oh, because he still has
a GM's only 32 of those, and he's still a GM without winning in the AFC South. I know the AFC South is a
absolute juggernaut.
It's a black and blue division.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, people are saying Houston, Texas is going to win a Super Bowl. So, AFC South is potentially producing a projected Super Bowl champion in somebody's eyes. Yeah. So just remember that whenever you're talking about the AFC South. And Jonathan Taylor has gone on to say, I love being a Colt for life. So,
nice.
Hey, baby, Jonathan.
Hell yeah.
We love that.
It's good to hear.
He went absolutely last year.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he was faster than everybody, smarter than everybody, and maybe it did help him to have a quarterback that knew what was going on to be able to say, hey, we're going this way. You're telling offensive line, hey, we're actually going this way. And also, I'm Danny Dimes. I'm going to threaten this way. Everybody on this side is going to have to be scared to death at me, a horse, Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I'm worried about the rushing props. Let's make sure those are good this year. Because Daniel Jones rushing props will always hit.
You're right.
Not always. They are. If you are of age, DraftKings available in all 50 states now. Mm-hmm. If you are of age and agree to gamble responsibly and not like an asshole, okay, we would like that to be an agreement that you make with yourself and with all of us because we don't need you ruining it, please. Danny Dimes rush yards is normally a pretty good
pretty high clip,
pretty fun little time, normally. Also, longest rush of the game, normally, because people see him and go, look at that guy. He looks like actual... Is that guy Manning? Is that guy the whitest human? He's from where? Duke. Okay, when he talks, he's super, potential nerdy. Him running is outrageous. James Boyd at Romeoville Kid, I believe he won Indianapolis' best journalist last year.
Really?
Nice.
Hashtag Colts QB Daniel Jones just ran for what I think was a first down on 11 on 11. He wasn't permitted to scramble in the spring, so this is a good sign of his progress since having Achilles surgery. Yeah, he's full go.
Boom.
Full go Daniel Jones is on the move because he is full go. And everybody underestimates him. Do you think defenses underestimate his running still at this point? You can't, right?
Nah, not at this point.
He's like 6'5", 235. And He might be running a 4.5 right now.
Yeah.
4.6.
He's got those strides. It's kind of like you guys probably, even still at this point, like Joe Flacco, a young Flacco, when that was somebody going into the game, you would never even really talk about it, and it would just be one play, everybody's covered, and Flacco would just take off, and he would just gallop for 30 yards and like 4 strides. So I feel like Daniel Jones is kind of that ilk in comparison. But he talked about it when he came on the show. He will probably try to play a little smarter this year, maybe run out of bounds, maybe some more incompletions, because the importance of having that franchise quarterback on the field, availability is your best ability.
Breaking news, Brown safety Grant Delpit is signing a 3-year extension worth $16 million per year. Ooh. Holy hell. So they're putting $47.1 million into 2 players in the secondary for the Cleveland Browns. Todd Monken, new head coach, he's offense coordinator. Okay, so this is a fascinating development. They move on from Myles Garrett, bring in Verse. Who's the quarterback? Who knows? But David Mulligetta of Athletes First, obviously, I'd assume this is a deal that Mulligetta understood the ins and outs of. He's done a lot of business with the Browns, with a lot of money coming towards his clients. Not just the Browns, everybody else, but the Browns. That Browns franchise has been good to Mulligetta clients.
Yeah, certainly.
I think they've been very, very good. Tell me a little bit about Grant Delpit, and did you expect this to happen?
I did not expect this, but not shocked. He's a very good player. They drafted him a few years ago. When he's healthy on the field, he can play inside. He can play down in the box. He can play in the deep part of the field. He can fly around. He's I would assume, great in that locker room. Another communicator, Denzel Ward. When you have a corner, you kind of, lock down, do your thing. Great man coverage, great off coverage, can do everything. You're not worried about Denzel Ward. You also want that guy towards the middle of the field, communicating with linebackers, getting in coverages, being that add-on in the run game. So I think this is a good pick. And when you trade a guy like Myles Garrett, that's a big chunk.
$50 million off the book.
Yeah, it's a big chunk off the book, so you can take care of these young guys. And then offensively, outside of Deshaun Watson, it's not a lot of talent who has that kind of top-of-the-market money right now. So they're investing on the strength of their team, which is the defense right now, and I like that.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is, I'm not going to say maybe the only person that works on air that is
here today,
or just ever
around.
Not 100% sure. Back-to-back Emmy Award winner. Program Feud champion. Captain champion.
You cheated. Debatable.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, from SEC Nation, from Monday Night Football, from NFL Live, from Program Feud.
Sure.
Potentially the mayor and the queen of this entire campus. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Rutledge.
Laura!
Your microphone's muted still. Your microphone's muted.
There it is. There we go. There we
now
go.
I want, hi, it's so good to see you.
Yes,
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Sure.
how you doing?
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Wait, there's something that I want to do. First of all, D-Bone, great work. Like, it's very smooth back there. That's hard to run. I don't know if anyone realizes how difficult the jib
You're
camera
full
is
of
up.
shit right now.
No, I'm really not. I'm really impressed. I didn't know he had it in him. But I did want to say hello to one half of the hammer, Dahn.
Hi, Laura.
Cowboys AP Tone. Talks at Tables, Ty Schmidt.
Wow.
Hi, Laura.
How many years?
9-year NFL vet.
Wow.
How you doing?
Wow.
Great to see you,
For
Captain.
standing up.
Way to go. And you, back-to-back Emmy Award winner. Program
you.
Feud champion.
Congratulations.
I
Laura
thought you
Rutledge.
guys were here to present the championship belt for Program
Best 2 out of
Feud, or-
3.
It's actually stuck in a straight.
That's in the middle.
That title is
More
actually.
booze.
Oh, I should have got the chair for you. I do apologize. Chivalry is he's
listen.
not dead. We should have done that.
As you mentioned, there's not many people here all the time, like throughout the summer, every day. I'm used to sitting in my own chair, so I can do it myself.
Okay.
But thank you.
That's why you're winning back-to-back Emmys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so obviously this place is gigantic, and it is wonderful. I believe you guys are getting a new set right now. Congratulations on all the success.
Yeah.
How long have you been with ESPN now, Miss Laura?
Since 2014. I started with the SEC Network, which that feels like a good way to transition into. I feel like there's a little hate towards the South.
No. So we're just talking about facts and stats and stuff.
Okay, that's
Pretty
fine,
straight.
except I wanted to point out just a couple things. So I think one of the reasons why the SEC maybe has not advanced as far in the playoff as some SEC fans would like to see is because the competition within the league is so difficult that 9 games of craziness week in and week out, a little different than other parts, other conferences. I'm not dissing on the Big
Yeah, they
Ten.
cannibalize each other.
Right.
Yeah,
and so
they
by the
chew each other
time
up.
they get to the end, there's not many left. For one, they eliminate each other, but furthermore, they're gassed. They're injured. They have issues. I'm not making excuses. I'm just pointing out facts because you were pointing out facts. And then
Yeah, we're all gassed. I mean, in the North, you can't get gassed.
Okay, but the other thing I would like to point out is look at the NFL draft and how many players come out of the SEC.
Yeah.
And that's how we
Good individual players. They don't
That's crazy. You guys can't win like that with all the talent. I mean, now you have to start wondering.
I got a lot of faith in Kirby Smart
Sounds
as well.
like a selfish league.
Yeah, and Lane Kiffin. What, can't come together?
Yeah, can't come together.
Southern people are not selfish.
I didn't say.
No, yeah.
Southern people together. We like
Southern hospitality. I know that.
Miss Laura, I would like to say this. As a Southern representative, which I do believe we all agree that you are, okay, SEC Nation representative and Florida Gator and everything like that.
Go Gators.
I would like to say, I think our relationship with the South has been a little bit rocky for a while. You know, me getting dropped in a college game day, I learned a lot about how the South feels. But what I've learned about the South over these years is, boy, they love ball, man. And, you know, every time we bring it up, like your reaction there naturally was go, excuse me. That is how everybody in the South feels.
Set the record
so I
straight
think
here.
that type of pressure and expectation will create some winning yet again. But I'm interested to see how they work it out, honestly.
So I do want to say, I think that people in the South enjoy you, and I think they enjoy the show. Like I think you guys have a lot of Southern fans. I've seen a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, at Augusta. Hold on.
Augusta. There was a lot of positivity toward the Pat McAfee show and Pat McAfee. I think that you may be underselling just how well received you are by the South.
Oh, well, if you're saying it, we will jot it down.
Well, because we do love ball and you guys love ball, and that's one of the best things about your program.
Okay, so let's talk about loving ball. Back-to-back Emmy Award winner for NFL Live. NFL Live
I
has
can
been
take
around.
no credit for that, by the way. That is because of the team. So
Okay, we've learned a lot about your team and previous teams and everybody's team and NFL Live's team and the stats and the numbers and the percentage of households and everything like that. What we do know is it's a great show. And we appreciate your dedication to ball and everything like that. The NFL is cooking right now. Training camp, obviously. Aaron Dahn, what's going to happen with him? Vita Vea, is he on the move or is he staying there? What are you paying attention to? And what do you think is big storyline for NFL Live to chit-chat and cover today?
yeah, there's so much. I mean, yesterday even on the show, we're like, I'm sure you guys run into this too. We don't have as much time as y'all do, but we run out of time. And we're like, how do we get this piece of news in? How do we get that piece of news in? Because we want to serve the fan in the best way we can. But I think the Bucs situation is fascinating. Vita Vea, to me, that came out of nowhere that he was requesting a trade. It felt like things were kind of moving along and it was going to be a little complicated to do the deal. He's over 30, whatever, but they were going to get it done. And then all of a sudden, here we are. He's like, actually, I want out. And I'm going to put a lot of pressure on Jason Light. And then Baker Mayfield, too. It's like, you don't want to do a deal with this guy, and then he's going to end up saying, hey, my back's against the wall. That's when I play my absolute best. That's when I show out. I think they could end up regretting that. I don't know the particulars from Baker's side, right? We really are only hearing the side from the Bucs that they weren't able to get it done. But it was interesting. We had Jeff Darlington on our show, and he mentioned that Jason Light is a GM that likes to do a handshake deal. Like, he actually wants to see you in person and put pen to paper and all that. And that was why some people thought there was a holdup with getting these done. And then here we are where they're not going to get done. So, or it seems like we're trending that way. So.
Yeah, if Vita Vea leaving, Mike Evans is gone, Levante David retires, you know, who knows what's
I still think they're going to be good, though.
Absolutely. If Baker Mayfield's a quarterback, I believe in him.
Well,
I think you kind of have to. And if Todd Bowles is overseeing the defense, we assume they will be good. You lose Vita Vea, though. I think that's a big piece. Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times. We love local journalists.
I saw he was on your show. That was big. I love how you guys will have the local reporters. You'll have people like that.
Wait.
Really
so
know
you
what's
watch
going
our
on.
program. It sounds like you watch our show, which is crazy to think
I'm
about.
a big fan of the show. Yeah. I watch it every day.
Well, you're in the ESPN building, so
Yeah, you have to.
the only
Makes
person
sense,
probably
yeah. Part of your-
that's
in your
actually in here.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It actually is. I signed that part of my contract that said I have to watch the Pat McAfee show every day.
Well, just ESPN programming, and we are lucky and thankful to do that. But thank you for watching the program. But Rick Stroud basically said Vita Vea in that locker room is a glue guy, too. So, like, this is an interesting dynamic that we don't think we've seen Tampa do. Now, you talk about a guy saying handshake deals. Jerry Jones is talking. And what Jerry Jones led everybody to start automatically assuming, and Dan Orlovsky kind of alluded to this on our show. I don't know what he did on NFL Live yesterday. We were traveling. We missed it. But because we watch NFL Live every day.
So what I'm hearing here is we watch the Pat McAfee show, and you guys don't always watch NFL.
We watch every day. That was very busy. I watched it. It was Thielen and Dano, and Dano was just horrendous.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about horrendous.
Thielen was
Dano.
really good, but Dan was horrible.
Thielen, really good, though.
Yeah.
Right?
J-Mac,
Did you guys
love
see the stuff
J-Mac.
where he was talking about the hand signals with Aaron
Aaron. Oh, yeah.
Rodgers?
Stressful.
That was cool.
Grow up, Adam.
Yeah, well, he was pooping his pants out there because he's trying to look and see what Aaron Rodgers is doing with his hands. Anyway.
Sounds
But Dan Orlovsky basically alluded to us. I don't know if you guys talked about it on NFL Live. Once again, we were traveling, which is why we missed it. We watch every single day. Dano was like, is Max Crosby going to end the season as a Raider? And we hadn't even, you guys cover the NFL all year round as well. We hadn't even thought of that because I mean, Max just put out a Raider Way.
That's right, Raider
song,
Life.
like
So
an
good.
actual song. And then he was talking about how the football gods basically sent him a message here that he's supposed to be a Raider when Baltimore kicks him out of there. And then Dano kind of drops that in. And then Jerry Jones says, hey, listen, we'll get the wagon. We'll put more wagons on top of wagons. And then we'll get a white wrapper wagon that never stops. And he's got a battery, actually. This guy's battery and never quits. And then we'll get to Los Angeles. He didn't say that, but everybody automatically was like, wait, is he talking about Max Crosby? What are your thoughts? Is Max Crosby on the move? We didn't know that was possible. And if that is the case, Max, Indianapolis, we would love
He's not coming to Indy.
You already gave up 2 first-round picks for Sauce.
Yeah, but we got more in the future. That's the funny thing about the future. We'll give up the future for
And Chris doesn't care about him because he might not
Hey,
be
Jerry
there.
Jones said that. He actually said that. But forget the Colts then. But Max Crosby's story. How do you feel about that? And then you can kind of pivot into the Raiders as a whole.
Yeah.
We love Fernando, obviously. Just pounded the South in the playoffs.
Oh, man.
Thank you for that reminder.
Time and time again.
Absolutely. He was so good. They were so good. Now, there's a lot of money for that team. There's going to continue to be as such if you win. But can you tell me about the Raiders and Max Crosby's story and why that happened? Do you have the same sources as Dano?
A few things. I think your Jerry Jones impersonation, really good. Very strong.
Southern. Yep.
I heard you saying honey hole earlier.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
natural
God.
gas.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm aware. I wasn't sure, but I looked it up. So I think Dano, as D-Butt said earlier, he could have just been yapping. Like, I don't know that Dano has actual sources. There have been a few times where he's come up with stories like this, and we're like, Dan, where are you hearing that? And he's like, I just think that would be a good idea. I'm like, okay, well, you can't say that as if it's true because then people believe it. But the rare good idea that he has. But no, I do think that there's a chance, right? There's always a chance that Max Crosby's on the move. If the Cowboys could get him, are you kidding me? I mean, we know their offense is Super Bowl caliber. It's more about the defense being what it needs to be. They have obviously made an investment in that defense, but I think that Crosby will stay a Raider. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the Raiders are feeling pretty good about what they've got in their future. Like, it makes sense for Kirk Cousins to be the starter, but Fernando Mendoza is going to be an incredible franchise quarterback for this team. And by the way, Fernando Mendoza, he might be a super genius. I know
He
some
might
people don't
be.
think that.
yeah, he might be.
a super genius. He's a really smart guy. He's incredibly talented, and he's such a great leader. Like, that's a cornerstone franchise type guy, and I think they made the right decision drafting him number 1 overall.
I like that you think that because we've heard other NFL Live people obviously bang an actual literal drum the opposite direction. Yes, we are once again referring to Dan Orlovsky.
That's my quarterback.
Orlovsky.
My quarterback.
UConn legend. We're back up here. D-Bud has a question for you, Miss Laura.
Yeah, Laura, I know you got a beat on the entire league. We had a graphic actually maybe a couple weeks ago with new faces and familiar faces in new places. Coaches, players. Who are you most excited about in their new place? A.J. Brown, Myles Garrett, Mike McCarthy, now head coach of the Steelers, Harbaugh in New York. Who are you most excited about in this season?
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to shout out the production side of your show because they are so good popping up graphics, video, anytime. Like, just from a TV standpoint, I'm always so impressed.
Second
Hey,
best.
Foxy!
Go Foxy! You're killing it, dude.
Second best in the
So
business.
good. It really is.
Bruce Gump.
It's so smooth. Good job, Gumpy. I saw you back there. Not good job to Bruce.
Gumpy did.
Oh, no.
Okay. I saw you too, Miss Laura.
Hi,
That was huge for Gumpy. You have no idea.
No, I love Guppy. Anyway, so it's Myles Garrett's obvious. I'm just excited for him because I feel like he's been a player that for so long has had to just slog through it, right? The Browns are paying a lot of defensive guys right now for whatever reason, but not that they didn't pay him, but I think he's going to be in a great spot, and I can't wait to see what he does. I love this list, actually. We might have to steal this for NFL Live. Tua's interesting to me. I know he's a little banged up right now, but I actually think it could be a bit of a resurgence for him. I know some people hate on him, but I think he's actually better specifically in the Stefanski offense than we're giving him credit for. We'll have to see. But, listen, he's a precision passer. That matters. I think they could be really good, actually, the Falcons. I'm not just saying that because I'm from Atlanta. And then what about Jalen Waddle? It's a good one.
I know. It's a forgotten one.
They're like a receiver away, right? And we saw what they did. I think Bo Nix got a little chip on his shoulder even after having such a great season last year, and having a target like Waddle in a Sean Payton / Davis Mills offense is really going to be great. So I like him a lot.
I like, obviously, a lot of big names in new places. A.J. Brown for the Patriots is going to be crazy to kind of us all realize that. Was that week 1 or week 2? What do we think?
Week 1, that's primetime primetime game against Seattle, so that'll be a big one.
A.J. Brown goes crazy.
Maybe, probably not, though.
I'm thinking 10 receptions.
Defense, I don't know. Yeah.
One of these games, though, he's going to go early, and it's going to be like, oh, they got A.J. Brown now. And then Mike Evans with San Francisco. We've been watching some clips come out of him running around in San Francisco. He has over 1,000 yards, for 20 straight years?
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy adding that. And then Brandon Ayuk,
I think he's just going to show up, right?
Oh, good luck out there,
He
man.
bought a house, right?
Okay.
Oh, you're following as well. Okay,
That's a bold
So we're all kind of, we're all kind of. It's
right.
part of the job. But there is a lot of new faces that can actually change trajectories of programs. As small as it is, Patrick Ricard in the backfield for the Giants with Scatterboo back there.
Yeah.
That is an absurd thing that Harbaugh will probably take advantage of. And remember, they're New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Tone has a question for you, Ms. Laura.
Yeah, I do. By the way, Dan and his sources, they told me they treat him like a mushroom. They just feed him shit and keep him in the dark. So you can just do the same thing.
Dan said that to you?
No, his sources. I spoke to his sources.
Yeah,
they were like,
yeah.
we just feed him shit.
He's
Okay?
like a mushroom. I don't eat those.
Exactly. But I was just thinking about this week, preparing for the show today. It was so awesome. How much better is it to host NFL Live on July 29th versus, let's say, July 2nd?
I'll be honest, we're making some stuff up. Some days I'm like, man,
Can't say that.
this show,
Back-to-back Emmy Award winner.
Yeah.
We make the stuff up. You can't be making stuff up.
No. We'll be like, man, what is there to talk about today?
Exactly.
And we're trying to serve sports fans anytime, anywhere here at ESPN.
Sure.
But there's some rough ones out there. And I'll look back at the show. I watch back a lot of our shows for self-critique and just to critique the entire group and see what we need to do better. And I will be mad about those shows. So to answer your question, I am thrilled. This feels like Christmas.
So much better.
We've had news. We've had so much to talk about. I don't know about you guys. I never want to wish summer away, but I love ball. So the fact that we're getting closer to it, we're going to do a whole camp special on Saturday on ESPN from 9 to 12. Shameless plug. Sorry, had to do it.
Not shameless. I'm excited we're doing that. Hold on. What's happening on 9, 12, and Saturday?
It's called our Back Together Weekend. So everyone's back together. Everyone's in camp. We fly around to all the camps. We showcase what every team is doing. And it just kind of feels like finally you can smell it in the air a little bit. Football's back, and I can't wait.
I like you said you don't want to wish away summer. We do, man. We did a lot.
You guys are anti-summer, or what's? You guys have been busy though. You've been all over the place, showing up at all kinds of great events.
Thank you. Flag football, World Cup.
Listen, it means a lot when you guys show up. It adds a lot of legitimacy to everything that's happening there. So good for you.
This is why she's the mayor of this place.
Yeah.
She's gassing us up right
big
now.
time.
It might be lies, but I love it.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. I don't lie. I can't lie. That's
Sure.
You
not
just
good.
said you guys make stuff up on NFL Live.
I told the truth about making stuff up.
That's true.
Yeah, but at some
Lying in the moment, I guess.
Yeah, so we got to judge when the lie actually happened. What we would like to say is we appreciate your kindness. Certainly
Very
appreciate
much
your
so.
kindness. Thank you for watching. And you have been somebody in the NFL Live crew as a whole, a couple not really, but mostly been so welcoming to us. Yeah. And we're lucky and
Wait,
thankful.
who not really? Who's not been welcoming?
Dan.
It's most people off camera.
Who?
All of them.
Who do I need to talk to?
No, we're not getting into this right now. This is a good day. Remember, this is Mike Foss's time.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm showing up for that.
You're going?
Well, so
what is the deal? We've never been to one of these.
So it's going to be. I don't know. I don't know what his material is. We have to ask him. But everyone's going to show up, and it's a room off the cafeteria here at ESPN, which I know you guys have partaken in the ESPN cafeteria.
Sure.
Great food.
Great.
Shout out to them. And then, Foss is going to tell us a bunch of really smart things. I hope he's funny. I hope there's...
Oh.
You expecting him to be funny?
Yeah, what is the expectation around the
pressure on him?
He's a funny guy.
Oh, but okay. But so I'm gonna walk over there and be there for that, and then I'm gonna have to leave a little early because then I'll have to go host NFL Live. The timing of Foss's town hall is not great for me, but I will still show up for him because I'm a big fan.
Okay, so I like to hear that he's got a fan in you. Back-to-back Emmy Award winner.
Yeah.
One of the voices of ball, one of the faces of ball.
Oh, he went away.
Yeah, well, he can be back right
No.
right now. There he is. Good luck, Foss. We're pulling for you. This is Mike Foss's time. You're the mayor, though. And thank you for joining us. You're the first person we've had live since coming to
I
ESPN.
will say it does feel a little bit like there were slim pickings today, and that's
No. We're back tomorrow
3,
from
2, 1.
Indianapolis. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Goodbye. Great work there. You adjusted. That's back-to-back.
Pros pro.
Yep.
Well, sometimes you nail that send off, and sometimes you don't. You know.
Okay, so you've seen it. Yeah.
There's a
Is that
few
the general
times-
you, or are you speaking about?
No,
this
I'm talking
program?
about him.
Okay.
Like there are some times where I'm like, oh, he didn't land the plane today. But
No, it's always been on the screws.
Whoa, we missed the runway a little bit, but just know that the plane is always on wheels. You know, and it's in there.
little turbulence in the landing, and then you get it back.
I'll tell you. Speaking of turbulence and landing, we went.
Yeah, that was
had
not
turbulence?
Fun. Oh yeah, big time.
We were a bucking bull last
How
night.
does everybody deal with that? Like, do you guys?
Ty's normally pretty intoxicated. I mean, I'm going to be honest.
I starts praying. He closes his eyes and starts
No,
praying.
I said yesterday. Usually, I'm not sitting on. There's a bench, and that is the worst place to be when there's cause you're just kind of fucking.
When I see Ty start to pray, and then I get nervous.
Yeah.
Right.
And it kind of
secondhand
radiates
nervousness.
through.
We've been through. I mean, luckily now the plane is much bigger and it can handle the turbulence a
Wow,
little bit
bigger
more.
plane.
Oh, but at the start of this thing, we were flying in shoeboxes and into New York and just fucking bouncing around like popcorn.
As
Those
somebody-
weren't fun flights. ever.
As somebody who flies commercial everywhere, I'm always like, man,
Whoa. We do that too.
All the time.
yeah.
When we're not.
I know. I should ask you guys what certain airports look like and see if you really do. But no,
Detroit, we know the long runway, walkway, walk
I
down
don't
the
like
altitude.
turbulence either. And sometimes I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm on a big commercial plane in the middle seat with some fat.
No.
All right, now you're lying.
Okay,
Now
all
you're
right. We
lying.
hear what you're doing, and I want to let you know we respect it, certainly, and we are very lucky. But on that note, there's been numerous times we all thought we were dead. And I think that has changed our perspective on things, you know?
Sure.
And I'll tell you, we do appreciate a good Jack Daniels bottle on that plane.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have it.
That'll get you through. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Miss Laura. We're lucky to cover ball. We're very thankful to be a part of partnered with a network that has you on it. You have done incredible stuff for ball, for sports, obviously for the league, for college football. This upcoming season's huge. We got the Super Bowl here on ESPN. Come on. We got a lot of Toy Story. You were in a Toy Story commercial, obviously.
Really?
I can't wait to see that.
I still haven't seen it either.
Yeah, you guys are. It's awesome.
You've seen
You
it?
guys were in it.
You're in a commercial?
Well, we're all in that same commercial.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So we shot it on a super
You guys
rainy.
might have shot your part.
Oh, that's out? That's not a secret
It's
anymore?
not. Well, the commercial's not out, but I believe
The secret's out.
there were different parts.
of the
Toy Story, I think, is your part.
I'll tell you what. We did some real acting in there.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't we, boys?
We did.
We did some real acting.
Mhm.
You know what's a shame, though, Miss Laura? And you wouldn't know this because I assume everybody on your team's all in. D-Butt and AJ said, get us out of here.
Yeah, they didn't want to
And they didn't want to be a part of it.
They didn't
Why?
want to be in it.
That wasn't true. You know, family obligation, summer, family. I didn't know ahead of time that we were doing this.
Oh, I think that's on you.
Okay.
And like you said,
Okay.
That's on you.
flying commercial, you don't have,
Yeah.
when the
But-
plane leaves, you got to be there.
Feel you.
He also said he hates Toy Story.
What?
Oh,
Is that a?
Nah, I like Toy Story.
Camp
I was-
Bonawana.
yeah, okay.
We hold you in our hearts. Then when we think about you,
Do this.
We really want to fart. What is it?
Yes,
We want
that's
to
it.
fart? Okay. I will say yesterday.
we don't want to fart. It
that's
makes
not
Oh,
me
it
want.
makes me want to fart.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Did you know it?
No, I didn't know it, but I
Thank
had
you.
I
Watch
had
a real
Camp
show.
Anawana in my head for hours yesterday because
Good.
you guys kept singing that song to every single person. I don't think a single person knew who it was.
Dan,
or what it
Orlovsky,
was.
that's it.
Yeah,
You, I guess, yeah.
Dan, no. That
I'm
lets
too
you
young
know.
to know it, I think.
No, you're not.
Maybe actually,
Yeah,
maybe
probably.
that might have been a generational.
You know,
miss.
Boy Meets World, right?
Yeah, but I didn't really
Come on,
watch it. I was,
Butsy.
like, too young to
You didn't
watch.
watch
Saved
Boy
by the
Meets
Bell.
World?
What?
No.
What about Saved by the Bell? You didn't watch?
No.
What? Beanie?
Fresh Prince,
I was
Martin,
watching sports.
Hang
Oh,
time.
okay. Because we weren't.
Global
Moesha?
Guts. Global Guts.
What was that one?
Yeah.
Global Guts.
No, I didn't.
Clarissa explains it all.
Sally Jesse
No.
Raphael, Jerry Springer.
I was
Alex
watching,
Mack.
I was watching TV Land, so I watched a lot of I Love Lucy.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Mary
good.
Tyler
Leave It
Moore
to
show.
Beaver, Brady Bunch.
Classic.
Probably commentary.
Who was that
on
family that struck
my
oil? It was
personality.
always-
Oh, the Waltons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Jack
Hillbillies.
Clampett.
The Beverly
Yeah,
Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh, that's when they picked up and moved from West
yeah.
Virginia to L.A.
Yeah. Anyway.
TV Land, man, what a channel.
Is it still on?
Yeah,
It's
I
turned
don't-
into a game show network,
brain.
maybe.
Maybe. It was doing it.
I don't think it did.
We
Definitely
should
is
put
not
Program
on
Feud
anymore.
on there.
Was Sanford and Son on there?
Okay, let's talk about Program Feud.
Probably.
Do you know that the Thunderdog?
I'm very familiar with that sound.
They have disputed.
The sound of a loss.
You are what your record is.
They have disputed your guys' win. I don't know if you
I've
know
heard this. I've heard you guys thought we had too much time.
You did. Go back, watch
I will
tape.
say, okay, all right. Well,
We also go back and
wasn't-
watch all of our shows.
I
And-
wasn't hosting it,
Not one.
so I couldn't control the time. I felt like you were very fair, though.
Oh, we took umbrage
your
with
team thought he was
the
fair?
host as
And
well.
he was excellent. No, you guys, that's really hard to host. And he
Thank
was
you.
Really good.
Back-to-back Emmy award-winning host here. If you guys could have a little bit of respect for her opinion.
You guys are Emmy nominated, okay, and hopefully we'll win.
Oh,
some
she
of
beat
those.
you in that one too, boys.
I did not. It wasn't. That was a group win. But no, I don't think we had too much time. I think honestly, the survey was weird. Like
It
some of
certainly
those,
was.
like you guys should have beat us.
Thank you.
In all honesty,
Yep.
Last
don't
round.
cut that off right there.
No,
Good clip.
But you should have beat us in the last round with the quarterbacks, and then like Brett Favre. Who thinks Brett Favre's going to
You guys did. You're the ones who thought of it.
Because we finally, like, after peeling back every single
Yeah,
layer
people.
of possible
That's a lot of
quarterback, we're
time.
like, all right.
I had
let's
a
let
lot
Brett
of
Favre.
time.
Yeah.
Peeled back a
But
lot
you
of
want to know
layers.
the true story is I really almost said Drew Brees. I was like this close to saying Drew Brees. I was like, no, it's not going to be Drew Brees. He's not big, not a big enough name. It's going to be Brett Favre.
And turns out it was. And that was a game winner. Brett Favre beats the Thunderdogs.
The irony.
To give NFL
a lot of
Live
irony.
a dub in Program Feud. All right, we're going to get the hell out of here. Laura, we appreciate you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
The first time we came and did the show up here, we were like, okay, cool. A lot of people will be
Yeah,
able
we're going to have our pick of the litter. of
People are gonna come
people
by.
who come in live.
It's going to be great to see people. We call Orlovsky. We're like, are you around? Absolutely not. What are you talking about? I would never be up there. Don't you live in the area? Yeah, but not today. I'm on a beach. What are we talking about? And I'm like, all right, well, you got to be somebody else. Like, no, they all shoot in New York, actually. It's like, well, who's up here? Gary and Randy.
Gary and Andy are always.
Okay, Gary
Wow.
and Randy and the NFL Live crew. Every
Yeah.
single time they've said, you are basically the only person that's here.
so-
So we appreciate you doing that.
Thank you for finally having me on then. Like every single time they said that. And then this
Only
was
the
the
second
first
time.
time.
It's only the
Second
we're
time.
We've only been here
Got it.
twice.
I
All the time.
also feel as though, which I'm thrilled to be on. This is one of my favorite shows. That you guys were like, man, we got nobody, so I guess we're gonna have to ask her.
No. That was the first time we were presented with your name, we would say.
That's boss's.
That
Yeah,
was-
that's
It's an
actually
honor
I'm
to be
boss.
here.
That was just like Program
It's an honor to be
Feud.
here.
That was just like Program Feud. We wanted to do it with NFL Live, so we send the request to ESPN
Yeah.
to kind of handle the entire thing. We expected nobody to come, so you guys coming out and doing that, we're very
We loved
grateful
it.
for.
We had a lot of fun.
Well, you're gonna have to defend your title.
We've asked for a rematch already. I don't know when we're defending.
So did we.
I like that.
Yeah, like I want to give you guys a fair shake at it.
Thank you.
That's the three. You know.
Maybe we can play by the same set of rules this time, too.
Well, Ty, I mean, I don't know what set of rules we did play by. The
Hembo
same
just
set of rules.
texted me and said that you guys had 15.8 seconds between each answer, and we had 3.4.
Wow.
So you tell me.
Yeah.
Himbo said that. I love Himbo. I can't believe he's doing that.
Yeah, I
It
can't
was
believe he's
more
doing
like
it either.
25-30. Okay, every single time. I watched the film back like I do every show.
Sure.
Okay?
I think that was maybe on
Never.
Shefty being too slow.
Agreed.
Or Schrager being too slow. Like
Well,
I
Schrager
felt
was
like
coming fresh out of that New York.
he
Knicks.
was on 15 minutes
And
of sleep.
Tony
yeah.
absolutely ethered him when they went up, and
Mm-hmm.
he fell hook, line, and sinker for the fake
That
handshake into the hair.
Yeah, so maybe it was Program Feud karma kind of dunking in the Thunderdog's face.
Could have been.
The way you guys were.
Karma doesn't
Maybe.
exist.
Because remember, they, before the show started, were gathering, throwing out potential ideas and working. What were you guys doing? Barking at each
yeah.
other.
Yeah,
Okay?
and now we know maybe that's not the right route to
No,
take.
You
we
got
were-
to focus in a little bit more.
We were
right?
preparing for our show from noon to 1. Okay, they were off that day.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
That's also
actually,
a
while
great
you guys were
point.
doing your show, we were preparing
Exactly.
more
Yeah,
outside
see,
of the Thunderdome
in the trailer
that you got for us. This is very nice.
with the food truck.
Yeah.
Chips were stacked.
That was an incredible experience. We've all talked about that a ton.
Really?
Very thankful. Yeah.
Look at us, boys.
It was fun. It was
great.
fun.
It was fun.
Ty hated it.
No, it was
Oh.
great. I hated the results. I hated that I feel that we got cheated, but
By who? Who did you get cheated by?
the timekeeper, and I don't know who I need to take umbrage with, but that guy.
Also, AJ kind of sucked.
No.
I thought AJ was the one that sent the fired up text.
He
like,
did.
I felt
He
like he
did.
was coming with
AJ
it. That
AJ
actually made
was good.
me then, when I heard that he did that, I was like, shoot, I'm the team captain. Like, I better get going here. And that's when I
Why'd
started
you guys have to
firing
get
up
so
our-
big mouthed about it? 'Cause she would have never sent the text to fire the team up
Yeah.
if we weren't so braggadocious about AJ taking a little bit of leadership there. God, there's so many things you guys can learn for next time, and I'm not the one to blame. You guys need to look in the mirror.
I wasn't blaming you. I said whoever that timekeeper is. Maybe it was Bill. Maybe it was Talk. Maybe it was Bono or Chris Nolan over here. I don't know. So we'll see.
I'll tell you what, today has been a little Oppenheimer-y. I think you've done an incredible job multiple times having half the screen on and then half the screen off. That's been really artsy, I would say. Bone, good job, buddy.
Good job, Bono.
Bone, I'll tell you, you might have earned yourself a full-time jib job back at the Thunderdome.
Wow. Do you want to do the jib operation for NFL Live today?
Wow.
No. He's down. He didn't want to do it. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a
This
good
is a
idea.
union gig.
Well, he does need to get paid, and there's going to be a whole thing we're going to have to
He
deal
also
with.
needs lunch.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
He only had first lunch.
Well, he only had 8, pieces of pork sausage.
He's
for
blushing
breakfast.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Is he?
He's so cute, Bone.
starving.
Look at him.
No, that's the pork oozing out of his.
Bone hasn't moved that jib in 2 minutes. And, just kind of take it in, Bone. Take it in, Bone.
Yay, Bone.
Hey, that a baby. Good work.
Didn't break the jib, which we are all very impressed by. We thought there was a chance. Way to go, Bone. Tone and Ty, way to hold down over there. You guys didn't look small and round at all from these camera angles.
That feels like you saying that.
You could raise your chair up a little bit.
Well, chairs are small. Yeah, all the chairs are small.
Sitting at the kids' table.
Yeah, exactly. We know. We got
Trust
small
me.
chairs.
Yep.
Yeah, we got small chairs.
We'll
We'll work. We'll continue to work for next time. But also, I think the angle, you guys just look kind of
tiny.
They're
fat.
saying you got Siciliano'd kind of.
Hey, it's going to happen.
ourselves,
You play this game long enough, it's going to happen.
But that ESPN flag's flying right in this picture here.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that flag out front. I didn't see that flag out front.
Yeah.
American flag?
They only.
Nope. 9-year NFL
fly
vet,
up.
Darius J. Butler. Great job, Butler.
Great being back here in the Nutmeg State.
Miss Laura, I know you have to go. We thank you so much for stopping by. You're the absolute best. Good luck on your next Emmy. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're coming for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Let's see it.
On your
Come on,
heels.
guys.
And good luck on Program Feud again.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of what you guys do. Appreciate you all.
Likewise.
You too.
Appreciate what you do for ball and for sports fans.
You guys do great. Truck, good work, boys.
Hey, good work, boys.
Good work, lads.
ESPN production crew that set this entire thing up. Great work. Thank you so much for the kindness. Thank you so much for the kindness. Ms. Laura's kind of just walking around aimlessly right now. We apologize. We'll get you out of here.
I figure you're trying to get me out of here.
No, we're trying to wrap it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for like the you.
Yeah.
Wow. Stay until the end.
Holy.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying.
You have to do it. You have to.
Listen, we can't thank all of you enough if it wasn't for all of you. It's because of all of you. Yeah. We're going to try to set you up there a little bit, but I think you heard us trying to set you up. Thank you for doing that. We are very grateful for all of you. We're going to go to Mike Foss's time. Okay, we're going to listen to what he has to say. We're incredibly lucky and grateful to be here. We're thankful to be partners with ESPN for the future, for the good of sport, for everybody who loves ball, which is obviously Miss Laura. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Laura.
Now, be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Miss Laura, anything you say to the team here?
Oh, she keeps turning it like off.
Professional.
Good luck in
you.
Program Feud the next time.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Try to be better.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I like that. Anything to
Smile a little more.
Anything to all of you watching?
We appreciate you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And thanks for letting little old me on your show.
Little old me.
Mm-hmm.
Love the humility.
Camp on Awana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Boom.
Well said.
We hold you in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And when we
We're
think
gonna
about
fart.
you.
Makes us want to fart.
Yep.
No.
Me.
So I hope we never part. Anyways, team on me, team on 3. We're back tomorrow for the good of sport, baby. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.